the best teams in.
All right, good morning, YouTube. All right, I didn't know I was late to this actually, but we're starting up into the first match here. Deadlock Night Stream is currently in gaming like crazy. We have $12,000 on the line, and we're starting out with Loki W and Leviathan. These are some of the best European teams, and what's interesting is Graves and Vindicta have been played, so I'm kind of excited for this. You're allowed to co-stream, learn more. Let me learn more on that. Hell yeah. Never mind. We'll click off of that. Whoops. Good job, me. That broke everything. That broke everything! What am I doing here? There we go. Close that. Close that. Now we're in. Okay, let's turn this up. See what's going on here.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you can click co-stream.
A lot of people actually, a lot of EU players played on NA just to pub it, just to kind of get the feel.
There we go.
When we get into this one, we also did have a lane swap actually kick off. I believe Graves rotated to the right hand side.
What is coast? You can just click the button and you're in? That's so cool. How do you set that up?
And Zergy's going to be on the lash, which we've seen. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I mean, I don't think it was amazing, but it definitely wasn't bad.
I mean, that's fair enough. It still feels
Does Venator just straight up rush opening rounds now?
Kind of, Excel characteristics go to.
He's against Paradox and Lash.
From above.
Well,
I guess you don't have to worry about poke, right?
Running around and gunning people down. But yeah, Graves wasn't really in my brain as that character. Obviously, it can be annoying facing Graves, as we were talking about some of those combos that could happen. Obviously, swapping into the ground
nice knockback
would be annoying, but we're currently watching the left lane here, just really duke it out, and we'll see who starts to edge closer, I suppose, to being prepared for now. What is a 12-minute?
What is this? 720 60p?
Pacing the game has shifted a little, I suppose you could say. Backwards.
Oh, I guess they don't have the 2K resolution available yet.
I'm curious to see if OC's goes a similar build of what we had. Just look at him in particular. I talked about him as being generally the carry for Leviathan and what he has been in the past. But this last week, a nice shift. He ended up picking up a Fortitude, so you can be around in fights a lot more often, and then just continue to farm, not having to retreat back to base, and have him involved a lot earlier in the game than he typically would.
I wonder if Zergy will go gun or Spirit Lash. I think Spirit Lash is still
if they want to have
not quite it. It's too easy to dodge in competitive play. Like straight up, you can go counterspell, or just double jump and you dodge all of his damage. So you kind of need some like crazy CC.
All very good at Deadlock talk about you know, anything really.
I think gun build is just a little more efficient.
But I do know that at least some people out there were like, I don't know about this Fortitude, but I think the idea, as you had described it, it works out, right? Being able to temporarily draw back and then return, hopefully from a safe distance the entire time, can be very helpful. But yeah, First Blood going to the way of a low-key W, as with Riosh being in a little bit of trouble, and he's going to have to back away.
Yeah, I mean, just going to heal up. He's looking for those hooks in that lane, obviously trying to catch out maybe Obikim, maybe Zergy. Any of them is going to be... Well, I think Obikim's going to definitely be the better choice of the two, if you have the ability to choose on this one. Also, big shout out to Jax Libido, man. 10 subs coming on in. We haven't seen him in such a long time. If I remember correctly, moved to Korea, but he's been a staple supporter here of the show. So thank you once again for being here and coming to watch NSL.
Nice. I hope you enjoy Korea. It's one of my favorite places. So.
Is that what they're calling it? NSL?
A little envious.
Oh, I guess Night Shift League.
Person liking Korea. What a surprise.
Oh, what a surprise that is. You don't have to like StarCraft to enjoy Korea, by the way, and not that I'm being paid to advertise Korea.
That's fair. I've been there once, but it was.
Did you like it?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
of course.
Okay, just making sure. Maybe you had a terrible time. Maynard, or another caster in the scene broke his leg basically in Korea and was like, I don't like this place. And I was like, well, that seems unfair. But
I want to go to Korea so bad. I've heard Seoul is just beautiful.
I heard Zumi going to be rotating in towards middle here to help out, as there was a 3-man fight out of Loki W, bringing Listic in from the right-hand side to look for some burly pressure. I'm actually curious if we have any monster rounds picked up, looking for the initial damage. You can see Fremont's going to have one, trying to combat the shove that Low-Key W is going to continue to throw in this mid lane.
Yeah, Obicom also picked some up. I saw Side picked up a
Shiv is so interesting to me. Like, you play against Shiv, and you think that he would be building spirit damage. No. He builds a bunch of greens, and he just gets super tanky, and he still does that insane damage. Shiv is wildly busted.
Does go down. I'll be able to help, obviously, and I believe one went to the.
This item buy UI is nice. What item buy UI?
This overlay, by the way, this is the first time that I'll be casting on the overlay. I hosted with you guys last time, but
whoa!
I'm like, okay, I just have to cast until we go to the person's view.
That's cool.
On the overlay, it's so good.
That's crazy good.
Flatter really get you so far, ZG, but
What?
no, yeah, they've done a fantastic job. Production has done a great job with everything related to the overlay for
That's
sure.
nutty.
Comes in with a kill. That was over towards, I believe, the mid lane.
That's
here.
cool. I need to enable that when I'm playing
Pressure on
Deadlock.
Actually, Hoot's actually the one continuing the pressure on Ford, looking for that last HP remaining on Fremont. But it looks like he will just right-click himself to safety. A rebuttal being picked up by Cosmetica here on the Greytown. I mean, to be fair, he's gonna have, I think, a lot of pressure.
Can you see
coming
what
his
they're
way.
building?
Greytown's such a good counter when
While
it
you're
comes
doing
to
this?
because she's very easy to snipe
Doesn't
out of
seem
the
like
air.
it.
Now, obviously, with a change to the fact that you can counterspell in the air and still fly, as Vindicta is going to help a bit. So we should see counterspell picked up.
Is it just
The
like
fact
you can
that
see the
be
shop
hooked
and
in,
how it
you can be
works?
chain ganged in, you could be slipped out of the air. There's a lot of things coming your way, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a Phantom Strike as well being something prioritized towards overseers or potentially Fremont because you have multiple.
Onto my
players that you have
channel.
to
Let's
deal
do
with in the
that.
air.
Oh, whoops. Definitely install
That's a
that.
very good point.
Activate
I
it.
agree. As
Says
I was
overlay
checking out the
one.
rest of the items seem
Sure.
really interesting, but I think we kind of covered the
Done.
big ones.
Nice.
Obviously, we're still
Okay,
buying
back
stuff
out
We
now.
actually got some alts online as well, coming through. Not quite able to grab Cosmetical. Speaking of being in the air, just gonna be able to take out Hirosumi actually in
Wait,
turn.
Greytown
as,
has
Fremont
opening
is going
rounds
out. I think he's gonna
rebuttal?
survive, actually. He's gonna use
What?
the survival buff, hopefully, to help out in the mid lane, which has been a bit back and forth. As they're actually, it seems like they're rushing here.
Fascinating.
Obviously, Great Talon doing a great job harassing from above. That's what they do. But yeah, there is a ping.
I wonder
There's
if the
very
idea
aggressive
is
movement
that because you're
from
going to be up in their
Fremont.
face with
Absolute wants to
zombies
get in
from
here. It seems like
Graves, hitting a rebuttal is
they're able to
just
get
so
those
clutch to win the urn.
Oh, like 1 HP. Oh, no, he did die. He did die in the end. He
Oh.
fell. Like that second knife landing, the patience out of Fremont there. Just wait. He doesn't need to rush it. Get that final knife on in and get the kill. That's massive. And potentially another as well. And Obikim is going to be dived under the tower here. Fremont looking to start this game off strong for Leviathan. But the Death Sun coming on through, throwing him under the Guardian. The parry will be there. But his HP bar, I'm not sure if it will survive because the Owl's coming on through here out of Cosmetical looking for him.
Yeah, obviously wanting some stacks right now, and I do believe that contributed. I wouldn't guess that it did. So we have this Lash versus Bebop fight. Classic Cannon is won by Lash. All the Viper fans are very happy right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's going gun build. Quicksilver reload headhunter.
Is the fact that he plays on a trackball.
It's just too good.
Like Lash
It's too consistent.
Or still be so accurate. So hard to do when you're fighting from in the air and shooting from in the air more so than on the ground, like a lot of other heroes. And Listic, and Chakra animation is going to be up. It's going to be procced and used. There's still quite a few players who'd actually deal with them. The hook in under towards the Guardian. Knocked back as well. Listic's not going to survive to fight another day. And at least turn back 1 kill for themselves. But ZG, they're still down 4k gold here. And we're starting to slowly get towards the point of that first turn spawning on in.
Yeah, very slowly. Certainly the jury is still out on whether or not, hey, this urn in its entirety is going to be, let's say, good or bad for the game, but already guessing is like how later urn is really going to affect if things are already.
Chad, do you even know, is execution damage work against the Guardian? Is that a thing?
A couple Guardians going down.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, it does change the, as I said, pacing a little bit, as we got a bit of a chase going on too.
And I think something that's kind of cool about it, as who's going to finish off Rake here, is it also desyncs the buffs from Urn. Because typically they'll come at the same time, right? So now you have the ability until you hit that 30-minute mark.
Oh, that was a smart move.
Fight over buffs.
2, jump up the wall, get on top.
2 minutes later, in general. Well, not in general. That's not even close to right. But you desync those fights, so you can kind of take them at different times, and there's going to be hopefully more contention out of teams now related to that.
Yeah. Which might not have been their intention, but might have been, you know, they realized like that would actually be maybe a fun aspect, right? Where there's a couple more of these objectives, kind of, as far as like buffs being called objectives, not so much, but
oh, this Paradox is so dead.
Reasons to team up and coordinate around a particular area. On
wow,
the
she gets
map,
away.
as we see Hope
Nice
again
defense coming in.
barely escape out. I just want to highlight Hoot here on the silver. Really feels like been doing some
Discord
excellent
ping?
work. Didn't escape out of Fremont's Shiv, but is going to be able to take down overseas. And I really think that silver is
Kung Fu, you made me alt tab, bro. What are you doing out here?
Character in Deadlock, and that really has not changed in the last week with all of the urn changes.
It hasn't changed since release, I'd say, man. Like, we've seen Silver as a priority every single week since then, which feels like ages ago. And I don't know if we're ever going to see Silver fall out of the meta, considering the mobility and all she brings to the table with the amount of damage you have based off like max health and missing health. And who definitely one of the strongest players when it comes to her too.
What is that red? I didn't. Was I supposed to recognize that red circle that flashed?
I could not see it because I live in Italy and my internet's terrible.
Oh, okay. Well then, just made things awkward. By the way, I'm noticing what you were shouting out. We got the Walmart banners all around, so that's a nice touch.
Oh, there's something else.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for it to happen before I mention it. Just don't want to say what it is just yet. I'm sure.
I think it's a really cool feature in Deadlock is they can mod and change things up based on the sponsors.
It may or may not already be on the screen.
Like the egg is a new egg.
Kick off has another outcomes on through, and I think Cosmetical is probably on 0 stacks now. Actually, I don't think he's gotten a single assist with any of these owls just yet. Quite different than what we saw previously. Yeah, he didn't get the assist on the kill earlier that you were talking about onto that kill. Maybe I did miss one, to be fair, but the hook comes in onto Zergy. Zergy's extremely low in health, and we'll follow the bomb out of Rayek here, and also another kill coming on through.
Okay, I'm really curious to see how the Urn fight's gonna go.
I think the Blades finished off Listic
So
here.
it's up in 90 seconds, right?
We're just about a minute and a half now from that first Urn spawning on in.
God, the movement running so smooth. It really is, Levendale. It's so inspiring, isn't it?
Get your items, we can share in position, and then also
like these guys have like 2,000 to 5,000 hours easy in this game. Just look at how smooth they move. It's awesome.
Up on the side of low-key W over to
I was watching some pro players, and they mentioned they would just wake up every day and just run around the map for 2 hours a day.
Gotta get prepared for the eventual Urn fights.
And it shows.
And if you're gonna lose someone just before that happens, that's how the other team gets the Urn easy peasy. This actually might be too fast of a kill, considering that we still are obviously on very low death timers. But this is kind of what you're gonna hope for.
All right, this is where Billy is really strong. It's why he's like a top 3 pick right now.
A little bit easier.
You know, I always talk about Overseas as being, I think, in my opinion, the best Bebop in EU. But honestly, Rake's making a pretty good case for themselves, because I don't think he's missed like a single hook from what I've been seeing. Rake,
oh, nice.
Here, most likely gonna fall from this one with the Urn spawning.
Still really good damage here.
Couldn't miss the point blank snipe. Come on, clearly not a CS player here. And he does fall to Irazumi actually in the end.
Still really good damage. Listic can clean this up now.
Chucker animation up.
Nice.
And Anvil to boot. Gets knocked on down. He's trying to go for the chaser because the Urn in 17 seconds will be alive. Well, is it alive? I guess technically alive. There are little feetsies that run it.
Yeah, the guy talks, so I mean, I'd call that alive for sure.
I mean, robots talk, but are they alive?
Quite a brawl over there.
Think about it.
Secret shop. Obviously, we saw knockdown is in effect, which you can expect coming out from both teams. As the last Guardian also falls. As you've seen, some of the souls have actually go ahead and transferred already. Leviathan's technically in the lead right now, but not so much that we're talking about any advantage for the Urn. As you
nice hook.
We got another prime hook here.
However, it is a silver,
would be fantastic,
which you do not want to be fighting.
Before the old werewolf comes out, and then you got to reconsider if you really wanted to take the fight.
The Urn is in the hands of, I believe it was Listic, chauffeuring it across the map, sitting at their mid lane walker here as Freemock and Psy were trying to make some pressure onto it, even chipped it down a little bit of HP as Hoots bought some time, keeping Overseas here towards the left-hand side. And Irazumi is actually going to show himself and look for this kill. Even Freemock, this is the perfect time to go for an Urn turn-in now for low-key W. If Hoot
nice movement, making it hard for Billy to chase the land attack.
Quite a big ask for him.
Problem is he has no ultimate. Billy just straight up ulting. Look at Hoot, dude. Look at Hoot. He is so squirrely, dude. I love watching him play.
I mean, they're buying so much time. You're right. Even getting
so squirrely.
Almost continued to. But the Urn.
All right, Urn's been dropped off. Wall goes down. Time bomb. Listic trying to hold. Here's the laser for DPS.
Push that walker, so maybe they can get something. Listic is going to be
yeah, they just secure it. Look at that.
As Freemock also falls for it, so now it is hopeful that the low-key W walker on the left side does go down, and at least there's a trade.
Do they keep to nerf the wall jumping or roll it back? I can't remember. It's been so many changes lately, but I haven't felt like my wall jumping has been off since the last patch, so I feel like it must be fine, but I can't confirm. Sorry. I'm a trash can.
Right-hand lane only turned into a kill on Freemock, but they lost a walker in turn.
Yeah, I remember there was like a punishment or something. They keep changing it. It's changed so many times.
Yeah, exactly. I think that actually ended up being an okay play, basically. You know, they could have tried to also win the Urn.
I think the focus has been to try to get the Urn to feel nice right now. It's the biggest concern for the community at the moment.
Instead, they kind of, you know, maybe play a little
0.25 stamina use on wall jump. Well, there you go. Tell gamers got you. You're not a trash can. Thanks, Autocast.
Quite at that point yet, but now we got ourselves Overseas in Irazumi.
That Lash just got bobbed, dude.
Immediately taken down Zergy, and now looking to grab Hoot as well. But Hoot has been very slippery. He's at least lasted a long time.
Dude, Hoot is always slippery. It's like his best quality. Is he just stays alive constantly.
I think Leviathan trying to use this 5k lead to their advantage. OC's looking for the 1v1 on the right lane walker up against Vrayek. It would be huge if he can take this. He's already at 16,000 souls, and the solo pressure he's applying I don't think you can send just one player to him anymore. He's at the point where you need to send multiple players from LokiW to deal with him. And you can see the chase is going to be on here. The swap not available here for
nice trap.
And the trap perfectly placed at OCs, but
what is he doing?
Dodge away from the bird, I guess. He wanted to go up.
Oh.
Gets locked down in towards the secret shop.
That makes sense. The bird.
Jeez.
Eventually, as Cosmeco cleans that one up. I was expecting maybe some teleports to come in out of Leviathan to join him over in that secret shop, but instead they do let him fall and not able to turn a kill back to themselves.
Yeah, unfortunate too. I mean, maybe if they were able, if the owl wasn't an issue, as you pointed out, kind of pressuring basically like literally from all angles, even from above, maybe they could have done something. But,
okay.
He went to the secret shop. So
what is the build on Grey Talon? A little bit of a hybrid, it looks like. You start with Spirit, Mystic Burst. The rebuttal is so confusing.
Retreat on that, right? So there's some time for LokiW to catch up and not have to worry about. You know,
was he against the Billy lane? That's the only thing I can think of.
Always relevant, of course, with the ultimate. But yeah, when's the next urn now?
Should be 18 minutes.
12, 18. There you go. Yeah. Okay. 36 minutes.
Yeah, +6 every time. But also on the bottom right-hand side, ZG, we got the little urn timer, so we don't have to do math on air.
The overlay continues to impress me.
Yeah, our production team definitely best in the business, I would say, when it comes to Deadlock and many other things that they do. But I'm not going to spoil what those are. But we do see the 4K lead for Leviathan. They do have also both buffs. They have casting on Free Mock. If those knives didn't hurt enough before, they're definitely going to hurt now. Even a gun buff for Rayek. I think the really worrying sign, though, is that you do have like an M1 late game carry to Leviathan. I think
I'm so jealous of the teamwork around objectives.
I don't think it's necessarily the
Graves went for the center, and 3 people were in the area in case they were jumped on. Why can't I get that in my solo queue games, man?
I don't see them feeding.
I have to like beg people and call them out individually.
Would be their M1 player.
Hey man, I'm going for the center. Help me out. Back me up. Hey, can you hear me? Hello?
Sometimes Grey Talon, I mean, looks fantastic. You know, the trap is a real bothersome trap, literally, when you're talking about the urn. But then some of the
dude, I'm convinced in video games, developers use the color light purple to make it hard to see traps. Venator's trap is the one ability I cannot see when I'm playing.
As we see Lista get into a ton of trouble and go down.
Yeah, exactly. Overseas here on the Billy, taking them apart brick by brick. The problem is they're going to lose their own brick with OCs. So the counter gank, well, it wasn't even a counter gank. It was just simultaneous ganks on both sides of the map out of both teams. With Listic and OCs to be the one to fall.
I traded Walker on the right. Shiv can just buy time here. And Freemock is very good at movement. He might live. He's got a casting buff too. He's got full rage. Oh, he's dead. He went for a light parry. Great rebuttal from Cosmetical. That rebuttal actually pays off. Now the team can chase and then get another kill on Rim. All's good. LokiW did get the Walker, so better play for LokiW here.
Other games where, frankly, they're not dying simultaneously, or back-to-back, I should say, not simultaneously. But LokiW able to get a Walker of their own, open at TrikSlyr, which is becoming more and more important as the game goes on. We are going to apparently have to pay attention to the to LokiW, you know, guarding their base Guardians, though, as troopers continue to harass. Cosmetical is back up and is going to take care of that as poor Rem found a little alone, but not going to be chased down.
Such a difference with you and ZP. One of you's like, poor Rem. One of you's like, he deserves to die. So it's
well, to be clear, on my stream, when I find a Rem, I am like, I am going to kill the child.
Wow.
But as a caster, I can be like, oh no, he's cute, he's fine. He's not affecting me, is he?
Good. He's cool. Well, overseas gets the urn picked up. Turning on the other side of the map. That was an owl has come on out, but we see located.
I really like that Graves in pro play gets way more verticality.
Yeah.
You could just hear the screeches in the sky, and overseas looking for it.
Nice, good slowdown, but Billy grabs it right away. No worries. Easy drop off.
I thought it would as well, I have to be honest with you, but just also getting to pay attention to Cosmetical. Only two stacks right now, so yeah. Definitely has had better Grey Talon games.
Shit, Leviathan just got an insane lead. They got the urn turn in, and they won the team fight that LokiW sold out for.
The mid lane pushing towards that mid walker of LokiW. They are in position to defend, however, and now even giving chase onto Freemock, but you think that this guy's bitten off more than he can chew, and you're just not right. The guy always manages to find an escape. I might have spoken too soon. Another bird is available because a very short cooldown. Could this be the one that gives him another stack? No,
but a bounce back for LokiW. Good chase.
Guys, give me a second. Let my bird do it. Would be the ideal, but not happening.
Yeah, I think securing those kills right now is definitely more important. They were down 4 players in Leviathan. They turned in the urn and they had a fight in towards middle, but Leviathan are the ones to come out behind because again, OCs was dead. Now the mid boss being started off here for low-key W. Initially looking pretty good for them as Leviathan are forced to retreat away from this one, forcing the shot animation realistic once again.
Great shots.
Lose overseas.
The Rain of Arrows buff was kind of nutty.
This might be the time to take the mid boss and potentially take the lead back in their own hands. Down 6k in souls, and Hoot is deep in the enemy territory.
Hoots is just, I mean, it's going berserk, very much effective in this particular engagement as they continue to not just push people off, potentially helping out, actually. Like,
yeah, they're slow. You see that? They slow down their DPS to get Zergy to get his flash hold out. Here comes Rim. 4-man sleep.
Something, but there's all 3 rejuves to low-key W.
There it
is.
is.
Going to capitalize on this. They are going to grab Sai. Irizumi goes down. There is 1 rejuve that is used in this process. Now a second one.
2 rejuves.
But they got the rejuve and they're hoping to push that a little bit more. As Fremont does look to do something.
What a crazy ass game.
Feels like it just kind of, unfortunately,
did they all 4 have counterspells, by the way? On low-key W? I think they all 4 had counterspell. For Rim.
At hopefully grabbing a walker after they pick up these buffs.
Those deadheads just did not leave Fremont alone. Obviously, a recent change, able to keep up much better with the opponents they're trying to hit here. And Vrek, I mean, hasn't done anything necessarily super special, but hasn't really needed to do anything super special. I think low-key W just outplaying them when it comes to team fights, and more importantly, outplaying them when it comes to decision making. The mid boss initial bait, pulling Leviathan in for even more kills, is working wonders for them. But Vreg's already lost Rejuve, so gotta be extremely careful. It's Zergy and Vreg down, as you pointed out before, with only 1 remaining.
This game is still really close.
See them go for a big fight? I'm not 100% sure because we do have an urn coming up in just 2.5 minutes time. Maybe.
And remember, Shiv is just getting stronger, and so is Venator by the moment.
And making sure to secure as much of their jungle camps and Sinners, more importantly, that they possibly can. And maybe, you know, while we do have this moment, we can take a look at golden statue buffs, get an idea of where they're currently sitting for these teams. Cool.
Pretty close.
31. Okay, I kind of expected it, but kind of didn't expect it because I hope it's not Irizumi taking their own Sinners.
Rim with 31 buffs. That's so funny.
Actually, well, it continues to change, I suppose. It was beating out Rem for a hot second.
You tried to fight me under 2, disappointed versus 1. Yeah, I like when I played the demo, I was really disappointed.
What else do you want? You want to see player damage? You want to see how much damage the players have done so far in this game? Let's throw it up there. Let's treat ZG.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay. Whoa. Fremont does some damage.
Yeah, Fremont is one of the best shivs in Europe.
To keep beating away at ZP at saying that.
Anytime he is playing Shiv, I am just flabbergasted at how well he plays and how he's not constantly banned out.
Why he's doing
his Shiv is nutty.
I really want Jason to say that I am the better Shiv, so.
Like, of course, when I'm gonna start learning Shiv, I'll be studying Fremont for a bit.
And assists, so Zergy, you know, maybe necessarily high up on damage necessarily, but he has been a part of 16 of their kills so far. Cosmetical even at 15 actually. I mean, you can see Loki have been fighting much better together. Noce's only at 7. He's just been picked off in some of these side lanes, or he's died very early in these fights. And I think you're seeing Loki's focus in these fights is to take him out of the equation.
Yeah. So you know, as much as I've been emphasizing, you know, like we're getting stacks on cosmetical, you know, it's not as much, but obviously still impacting a lot of these fights to a great degree. As you pointed out,
that's what they're talking about. The Walmart bag. Look at this, chat. They've modded the bag into a Walmart bag.
A lot of farming has occurred. Not really any fines.
Like 5 players on Earth get hit nerfed to the other 20,000. It's so true, Brankles.
I'm looking at the
it's so true. Yeah, Shiv is like a character that, if you understand the movement mechanics in this game, he can carry a lobby. But the average player cannot play Shiv well. Most of the time, Shiv in solo queue is a free win against the opponent.
It's just so hard to fight as well.
I actually had a Shiv yesterday in my melee rim video. That was a god. He played so well.
When it comes to the actual position. Also, you have an Echo Shard. I believe that's going to be on Time Bomb here for Obi Kim. So making Paradox do some serious damage again in these like tight
like for solo queue, if you're playing against a Shiv, just make sure you get Dispel Magic, don't get more than 2 knives on your body, and don't fight in hallways, and you win.
Big team fight because they still have the chain getting, like they still have the nap time on top of that. They have the stakes, the hooks. They have a lot of tools in their kit to potentially pull off a pick and some kills. But being down 4K, and I mean, it's not the worst in the world, honestly.
No, they obviously still have a chance. We can envision two really great engagements for either team at this point, but there's been some struggles of actually having the entire team there. Either the decision has been made to like, hey, you guys took a fight, you're still there, go for the walker, or just straight up, you know, in the last case of
Leviathan has better wave control right now. They can fight this. Problem is they need Billy or Bebop to get a really good engage, and they need time for Venator.
Get one of these 6v6 situations. So we're gonna
like Victor and Silver control the front line so much better than Billy and Bebop does.
To come in here. It's a lot
Billy coming in for a hard flank on Lash. I wish we were watching Billy. Billy's doing work right now.
Didn't actually have to worry about that too much, but they have to maybe worry about the follow-up fight. Can they win it now?
Okay. Billy got the engage. Graves is down. Victor also lost his HP. Lash his ultimate. Leviathan got an insane flank there.
Vrayek has gone down. Zergy has gone down. I heard it. Great Talon Bird might have taken out OC's right there. As they're in a
Leviathan just said fuck the urn and went for a full fight. And look at this. Look at their wave priority, dude. Look at this. They have the Walker in the middle taking damage here. Fremont is starting to cook. Rage built up. Getting daggers off. Look at this damage. Nice spell magic. Getting rid of both the knives and the knockdown. 3-for-3 trade, but Shiv is full HP. And they're trying to keep him here so their troopers can clear out these waves. Look at this.
To get rid of that knockdown plus the blades that were sticking in his back. But Leviathan, you know, with how that fight started out, I think
low-key W actually came out ahead there. At first, it was looking like Leviathan was going to get out ahead, but they couldn't find that kill on Great Talon. They did get 75% of the Walker in the middle, but at the exchange of Urn, which is bust and money.
Instead of a contest, and I think it actually worked out pretty damn well for Leviathan. The only problem is the Urn did get turned in, and Leviathan I don't think got enough kills for it to have been worth it, because now they're down 10k here. Cosmetical only at plus 40 right now in spirit power. But either way, I mean, Loki W have shown with the composition they have, you can't really contest the actual Urn turn-in. You have to fight them in other positions.
Yeah, and I think that's considering what you saw protecting the Urn, how many abilities were used or items were used, I mean, it probably is just the smarter play to go ahead and avoid it and hope that the fight
look at that
does
flank.
go well enough. But
I'm so glad we caught that, because that was massive for Leviathan.
Unfortunately, it still kind of favors
They used Rim and Billy just to run it down on the back line and disrupt the entire fight.
That could have worked out.
And the hope was that Victor walked away so they could take away the Urn.
Kills before they lose anyone. I think the problem was they did it locked on Cosmetical, and once again,
I don't know, man. Like, everyone hates the Urn changes. I think they're pretty good. I would like to have an extra objective on the map so you can decide not to fight it. But I think it's definitely made the game a lot more interesting in draft. And I think it's made fights more interesting too, knowing they're on a 6-minute cooldown timer. Because every 6 minutes you have a potential team fight that's going to break out. And that gives you 4 or 5 minutes to farm up and then look for a
good point. I wonder if OC's has bought anything, maybe
power spike on one of your characters. There's a lot of interesting decisions now that are in the game. I think people are way over hating it.
But he actually has some team behind him to try and help out. We try to just avoid the fight completely.
What is this fight down here? Holy crap.
That's kind of scary. I mean, it's scary to be in close quarters.
This is like a really good spot for Graves.
Which particularly Fremont, who is still alive and trying to help out.
I think a roaming boss would be sick. I mean, I don't care what it is. Because, like, just give us something cool, you know? Trick of the opinion that goes against the majority, it never happens. True. True. I do think the Urn changes make solo queue feel weird, so I can see those valid complaints, but I think for competitive play, I think it's not bad. Because, like, you're gonna get solo queue and you're gonna get assholes that just, like, want to be the York one tricks that push one lane and they don't ever want to rotate over for a team fight. And those are pretty easy to manage right now in Deadlock. So it makes me feel bad for the rest of the player base. But there's something here.
In these areas to have a better position to actually use to win if they want to get back in this game, but now they're down 20.
And it's also made Graves and McGinnis a part of the meta, which is a good thing, right?
With Loki W looking for the final nail in the coffin.
Those are very popular characters. Well, not McGinnis, but Graves is definitely really popular.
Walkers were the ones that were pressured when a lot of these fights were going on, but clearly that has reversed at this point. Loki W.
Well, there's an objective that shuts off the rails for the enemy. I mean, there's so many options. That's the cool thing about Deadlock is you can add a lot of levers to pull, you know?
So 3 rejuves still up and running, and a lot of potential here for Loki W to continue basically winning as they
L
hold
AoE
on
circle
to
meta.
quite a substantial
This is like what I
lead.
really hate, because like I don't think the game is just like a lot of the content creators and casters are using the term AoE slop, which is like fair, but every fucking MOBA has AoE slop, right? As long as you have assassins that are really good at single isolation damage available to draft, AoE slop will be controlled.
That's missing from this ideal team fight for Leviathan.
I honestly say I think he's not far enough ahead now for it to necessarily
Just
matter.
so interesting that like
you have
one or
this
two content creators started saying that, and now it's everywhere. Everyone's like AoE slop meta, AoE slop. Bro, that's what MOBAs are.
If they get another rejuve picked on up, it's so tough. I mean, yeah, the counterspell will help you initially with the damage that Cosmetical could do, but with now how far ahead Loki W are, I don't know if the front line of Leviathan can even survive the raw damage that Loki W can do now.
This is where you would talk about the.
I think it should be an objective that wins you the game, like two-faced, and there's anher objective that you have to destroy that even activate or something. It might be an objective that wins you the game.
Who moved the team over onto that poor position, theoretically poor position.
What do you mean? Like objectives on the map where you like, if you go clear them, you just win? Wait, what? Instead of killing the core?
Oh my gosh,
what are you cooking over here, Xerix? Are you memeing?
Right there, and they pick up.
Oh, are you? Are you saying?
Stack out for Cosmetical there.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're memeing. I get it. I get it now.
He knew this.
I was not ready for that headspace. He's literally just grabbing the core. Yeah.
Why finish it off? And
I get it. I get it.
Here. With the urn in hand, yeah, this is potentially a fairly
this guy
free turn in for Loki.
This dude.
So it seems like they're even trying to bait somehow Leviathan into a fight, but Sai, we push you on the right hand side, maybe looking for some walker damage. No one there in Loki W to actually defend it, and Zergy taking some space here, so there's no contest out of Leviathan. I think it's in the minimap, it's not going to happen.
Right, exactly. Some people,
I think the current is pretty good. Release of new change was bad. Oh yeah, the release was bad, but like we're an experimental branch, right? But I think right now it's actually in a pretty good spot. I think in particular the two things I loved is putting the comeback urn on the opposing side of the map, giving it to the players. So like the people that are ahead, be like, all right, we're willing to risk our lead to go contest this, which I think is a good decision to have, right? Like the team in the lead should be able to have plays to do. And then the other portion of the change that I liked was changing it from 5 minutes to 6 minutes, spacing it out a bit more. I think it's in a good spot right now for sure. And I feel like in a month everyone will stop whining like babies.
Constantly being ganked, more importantly, that he wasn't able to stay far enough ahead when he had a pretty big lead. I think it was like 4K over anyone on Loki W's side earlier in this game. But with the little bit of an adaptation at Loki W, it does work wonders for them. Nice little use of Dispel Match to cleanse that knockdown, so you can ground strike on in and finish off 2 more kills. Leviathan down to 3 players, and Loki W is still sporting the 3 rejuves with quite a bit, well, not that much time to be fair left on it.
Yeah, very small amount of time. Which
Hot style pushing cams. That is a mechanic that Hots did really well.
Quite the substantial lead. Certainly looks like his initial
was letting cams push for you.
Unless we get one miracle comeback, able to at least hook Hoots and maybe get that kill. As yes, the rejuves are now gone, but that's hardly the start of something big.
It's something at least. I mean, yeah, I'd agree. It's definitely. Probably not the start of something big, but he is down for 90 seconds. And I think for Leviathan, when these respawns come on in, he's going to have still a 60-second death timer. Maybe that's your opportunity to look for something. You need to get another pick, because all these kills with the comeback mechanics in the game now, with the extra souls you're going to be getting are going to be massive. Potentially catch him out farming their own jungle.
Dude, one of these days I just sit in a Twitch chat and take all these questions that people are asking and then actually answer them authentically. And we'll call it dumb questions. No, not dumb questions. No question is dumb. No stupid questions. That should be it. No stupid questions, Deadlock Edition.
With mid-boss come in a minute, knowing that Hoot was down
for
like 90 seconds, a minute and a half.
You never know if people are memeing or being serious, but I feel like it would be a great opportunity to teach people a lot of mechanics.
Yeah, I think they're playing.
That's pretty much what I was doing for DSI. Just answering no stupid questions, Soren. Also, hi, Soren! Are you watching this?
Acknowledging it safeguarding their walker, safeguarding mid. Maybe their lanes do get a little pushed. Maybe they actually temporarily give up.
Like in HOTS, the jungle boss beating and pushes lane, that would be cool here. Yeah, the problem with like HOTS was able to do that kind of shit because the game was slower and had less damage in it. Like if you have to defend a PvE element that's pushing into your walker or guardian, and someone that's fed out of their mind like a Celeste or like a Mina shows up while you're distracted and one-shots you, it's gonna feel bad, right? There's way more damage in these like single experience games that makes those PvE elements feel kind of weird, right?
I have to give a lot of respect though.
Like already people bitch about Graves, and Graves zombies have mechanics that are baked into them that you can play around. Imagine like having to deal with actually strong PvE characters pushing your lanes. It's really hard to balance. Like I agree with you, it would be kind of cool, but you can see why it's not in these games. Super sleepy though, went to bed. I got back from work an hour ago. Nice. Well, if you ever want to jump on the mic, someone, let me know. Just give me a ping. I'd be happy to jump in with you guys. You're more than welcome to vibe with me while I watch.
Yeah, that was...
Pushing camp seemed unneeded.
That was, as long as they played a smart course, then they were going to have...
yeah, I also think there's...
eventually hoop back in, and obviously...
I think some people are wanting to have the same amount of split pushing as in like League and Dota in this game, and I think it's there. Just a lot of people are kind of terrified and haven't worked on their movement. Like if you're in low elo, man, people cannot move to save their life in this game. But if you work on your mobility, it's so easy to break open walkers and stuff. They're pretty weak buildings.
Down the line to kind of work on some of the problems that arose in that best of one.
I'm looking for anything to speed up the average game time at normie level games. At normie level games, here's the secret. You have to be the one to accelerate it. The moment I realized that while I was playing, where I was like, all right, fuck it. I will end for walkers and guardians if I need to. It sped up the game so fast. A lot of people are just scared to die. And I'm not like saying like scared to die where they're like running it down, inting and going to team fights over and over. Some people are scared to die for objectives. If you eliminate that terror in your gameplay, I will guarantee you that you will climb more than you will be stagnant. Like you obviously have to respect your opponents and their rotations, which at that point, if you have 3 people coming to stop you, you need to get better at comms. But if you're in a one-on-one and your mechanics are good enough at normal level, and I'm saying like, I would say probably fairly Oracle and below, like you can take over a game with good macro. I mean, I did it on my climb by myself. Most of my games are solo queue, you know, and I'm not even that good of a player.
Pretty well, to be fair.
You just got to really find your movement and understanding of what you're trying to do.
I didn't even notice that was going on in the back line, but of course.
When trick is, it's not inting. Got it? It's true.
He doesn't care about.
Listen, when I say I'm going to int for this walker, I feel like that is a decision that I have made as a player that
being able to constantly get in these turns
is showing skill, you know? When my teammates are running it down mid over and over and over again, respawn and go back to the fight over and over again, that's inting. There's difference in inting. Tell me I'm wrong. Do you like this game more than the Marvel shooter game? There's two... That's a hard question to answer. Because I like what Marvel Rivals did and how they started out. I don't like where they're going now. And I feel like their solo queue environment is fucking awful for how team dependent that game is. But I think the game is really smooth.
After losing Osis and kind of losing what I feel like one of the kind of
and I kind of like how fun it is, you know. I just don't play it anymore because I fell in love with Deadlock. I think Marvel Rivals is fun. It's just like Marvel Rivals didn't have enough skill expression. Yeah, it's apples to oranges. Yeah, it's different. Like it's an Overwatch versus a MOBA, right? And I inherently don't like Overwatch games because I feel like my experience is limited and kind of is tied to the team and how they can effectively follow up my big ultimates, right? Like, to me... Here, let me mute this real quick. To me, Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, while super fun and dynamic and have really cool overloaded kits, I feel like aiming is a non-issue in those games, right? Like, everything is spammable in those games. And then it all comes down to your ult economy, and teammates that don't understand ult economy are the bane of my existence, right? If we sit on an ultimate for however long a round is, 5 minutes, and I'm begging, please use your ultimate, please use your ultimate, and they're like, no, I'm looking for the 5-man ultimate. And it's like, I fucking hate your guts, you know? And I find that I rage more often in Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, whereas in Deadlock, if my team is inting, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work on this left lane, farm up, work on my mobility here, and make it work. I just like, I have rage issues, you know, where like if people don't communicate, I get so mad. Communication is like the biggest thing to me in like team games. And for some reason, when I play Overwatch and I play Marvel Rivals, I feel the anger way more than when I'm playing a MOBA that has more options. So, it's hard to answer that question. I like Marvel Rivals, but I enjoy playing Deadlock more right now, if that makes sense.
More critical to deal with that.
We're same, bro. We know, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Bringing up Grey Talon Cosmetical, I think I am of the belief that right now that Grey Talon is actually very good.
You aged out of Zoomer games? Brother, I can open fucking Marvel Rivals right now and probably pop off, okay? Doesn't mean that I've aged out of it. I just don't like playing it as much. How dare you, BG Papa? How dare you?
Very powerful spot right now.
And Marvel Rivals even a Zoomer game. If you were to put it on a genre, it's a Gooner game, all right? It's just Gooners play that game. Zoomers don't emotionally invest like you. It's true. That is true. I do get invested in my games. I do.
I think like I don't want to say every single qualifier game because there are quite a few. But a lot of the qualifier games, if they could get them, they got them. And I was just looking more at the section of the comp potential and how, yeah, like Loki W.
Marvel Rivals is AI slop.
We're talking about, you know,
everything is AI slop now.
Cosmetical, but then even when we found ourselves in like secret shop, Loki W also were taking some fights there, right? So it just felt like they almost
why is slop so popular right now? Anything that like people don't like, they're like, that's slop. Chipotle is slop.
Nah.
No, you okay with that?
Slop to me is like grainy oats, you know? It's just the newest buzzword. Oh, I hate it. It's everywhere, dude. It's everywhere. That game was slop. AoE slop. This chat is slop, dude. Nobody in this chat is talking with like authentic prime rib words, you know? They just use words like the.
Almost 20 minutes in compared to his
I got tired of videos. I'm so over AoE slop, dude.
This last week in night shift,
people have latched onto it too hard.
Come online later on, and it did start to have the impact they were looking for. I think
they even make an effort to edit the AI garbage that people would notice. Here's my take on this. Okay, I'm probably gonna be on the wrong side of history on this. There is going to be AI slop in quotation marks in your games. If you are bothered by an art piece in a video game having something off on AI slop or whatever they're announcing on Twitter or whatever, I feel like you have a deeper issue with that game than the art, right? You're looking for something to complain about. Just go play something else, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just feel like you want to complain about something. Like, come play Deadlock! Why aren't you playing Deadlock?
The important damage, taking out the people that they needed to, so... Yeah, Jason just kind of summed it up very nicely.
I think you're confusing AI slop to Rivals for having less rigs. They're doing the Fortnite thing where every character has the same rig and it's easy to pump out cosmetics. I will say, if you want to have a discussion about visual clarity, yeah, Marvel Rivals is missing the mark there, but I think they're creating a good game in general and a good environment.
What we've been talking about is the way he was dealing with those seasons. And that's
Marvel Rivals is pretty solid.
Push for him to be MVP.
I don't play Deadlock because I don't enjoy team PvP. So you just bitch. You're just whining.
How effective he was at shutting
you know, like
effectively his counterpart on the other team.
I don't know, man. I don't know. AI is here to be what it is. Like, I don't know.
Like the nap time positions.
Either don't play it or do, but like, what's the point of complaining when there's so many other games to play?
I don't think anyone flies owls as well as he does. I really
like what do you add to this conversation when someone asks like, oh, do you enjoy Marvel Rivals or Deadlock? And you're like, AI slop. Like, what does that? What does that add to the conversation? Aside from like running in a different direction. Have you played Deep Rock Galactic? I have. It's super fun. I love their Survivor roguelite. It's so good. I think you enjoy it with friends, but maybe not on stream for a long time. I love that game. It's a good game.
And even if you don't have impact,
it's very good.
As a GT in these moments, it's like the threat of where's the owl. Of course, I think that also for most
the drop down roguelite is very enjoyable.
To be able to make this happen, right?
Roadcore's out now too. Yeah, I want to check it out at some point with some friends.
Yeah, well, I like that you brought that up because it reminded me, like, we literally had
The
a moment
youngs
where
just
OCs
enjoy
maybe
yelling
had
online.
a
You
more
used to do it as
successful
well.
escape that
I
they
don't
had
remember
on
yelling
onto
online
the
as
bridge,
much as
right?
I see
But
it nowadays,
instead,
but
they're
maybe
like,
I
"Oh,
am just a
it's owl, so I
boomer.
guess I'm not going to go out where it's just wide
It feels like
open."
everything
But
has to be a
secret shot,
fight.
which had other issues.
And it's
So,
just like, I
you're
don't
right,
know,
like,
man.
even
We
if
move
Breakdown
on.
wasn't
Has Soren
there,
played
even
Mega
if,
Man?
you know,
I have
they
not.
couldn't maybe
All
win a
right,
fight
Soren,
there,
here's the
being in
facts
a
about
kind of
Mega Man.
clustered area
Mega
towards
Man
the gamekeeper
NES
for
was
Greytown, right?
game-changing, and it changed the
Cosmetic was
way
still
we
able to
approach
outbattle
video
with the
games,
threat
but it's
of
asked
a
to
bird,
play
which
now.
is the one
Skip
that
it.
the impact would have
If
been
you want to
difficult.
play a good game,
And
play
that's the
Mega
thing,
Man
is that
X.
You can talk about how strong GT is.
Mega
in
Man X
general,
is
but he's
sick.
not strong unless you're a team that's
Imagine telling a known hater not to hate. That's fair.
You can't just throw him into a comp or into a team and expect him to have great success. You have to know how to play.
Rocore makes me feel sick with the
elevate
camera
what
shake.
Intel
You can turn the
brings
camera
to
shake
the
off though,
team.
right?
That's really important.
Speaking of which, whilst we continue looking at these
Young online was back then, but the region was so much smaller. Oh, that's fair.
I feel like you're kind of actually sacrificing off. Technically, yes, you've got a bit of space control and you've got quite a bit of sustain, especially with the.
You can turn it down, but you can't get rid of it.
Now on each jump, Jason.
That's kind of weird. Mostly you can get rid of motion blur and screen shake in most games.
To be that impactful in this game.
I find all the
Yeah,
yelling
it's-
obnoxious. Yeah,
There
same.
was one time it was impactful when he caught
Same.
Rick
I want to
and
yell
Sergey
because I'm
when
excited
they were
about
being
something. I
thrown
don't want to
in.
yell
He
because I
knocked
hate
out both of them
something.
while they were flanking in towards the back. I think Rem has the most success when you can be aggressive with nap time to open up an opportunity for you to take a fight, and I think that's why they went initially 2-0 in that skirmish. But I don't think he was able to actually be effective. Like, I don't think they were fighting around. Like, did we see a single like multi-hit chain gang? Did we
The games
see
don't feel
any
good in Rogue Core.
multi-hit
I've heard
nap
kind
time?
of
I
iffy
feel
things
like
on Rogue Core,
he
but
could've
here's
been
what I will say
keeping
about that
themselves
development
spaced
company.
out and not grouping up
They seem to
all these big
really
pieces of it.
understand their
I think
audience
that's where
base, and they work
4-2
hard to
went
make sure that the game is good. So I would check it out in a year, and it'd probably be fine.
100% what I was going to say. I feel like we had this ideal situation potentially around the urn before they realized, okay, that's not going to work. That then just kind of.
I think Grim is bad in pro play, has been called.
Did a great job
I feel like this
making sure they
person
never
probably
had more
stares
than,
at stats all
you know,
day
2
and then
people
makes an
that could
assessment on the
max
game.
be hit by these 2 ults.
All right, let's take a look at the brackets then. I wonder if we've got any updates from some of the other best of
I'm
ones.
hoping then.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes.
Poor
we do.
FPS
All right.
Lounge is so
Loki
lost
is
right
gonna
now,
be playing
dude.
Against floor men, and up at the top, Abraham.
I think
will
they're
be
also playing with subs this
against
weekend.
Melee creeps here as FPS Lounge and Bird with Clock have been dispatched of. And likewise, Leviathan and Get Candy here down at the bottom have been dispatched of. That's
What is this bracket? How do I read
maybe
this?
Expecting from some of these results here, Jason.
Is this
That's why
winners
we're
and this is
into the best of the
losers?
three.
And you know what that means for you? Because we haven't even said technically where we're going to, what game, right?
I think it's what is this bracket? How do I read it? Okay, I think it's winners, this is losers, winners, and then losers.
Going into Melee Creeps versus Abrahams as our best 3 covered up next, which is going to be so damn exciting. One of the best teams in NA up against one of the best teams in EU. I think it's a bit of redemption here for Abrahams and for Melee Creeps to kind of show what they got now.
It's 2 groups, each other winner and
They
losers.
look to
Yeah,
defend
it's just a
their
little
title
confusing.
back-to-back
I get it.
Yeah, for Abrahams and Melee Creeps.
I just feel like everyone tries to change brackets so they look more appealing and different, and it's just like, bro, just like brackets are brackets. Just like put them up the way they are. We don't have to catacorner them. We don't have to add like a white overlay. Just put them up, bro.
Exactly why I'm excited. Feels
No
like
one
Abraham's
ever
gonna get
looks
some
at brackets and goes,
revenge.
man, I wish this was like visually different.
It wasn't the best performance from them, but they should be able to do better in the
I
future.
think it's
Or
bracket
future or a
flop.
week later, and I feel like Melee Creeps, obviously, they're gonna have to.
Shit,
respect
dude,
Abraham's
that's toxic.
and,
Why would you
it's
say
fair,
that?
but it's also very
AI
stable.
slot brackets.
I
I love the art in Deadlock. I hope they nail the cosmetics. I am curious about how they're gonna do cosmetics in Deadlock. Because what I love about Deadlock is what I used to love about Valorant. The visual clarity is so crisp. It's so clean, dude. Like, you know what you're looking at in a moment's notice. And as like a caster, I really appreciate clean lines, you know? I think what it's called in art, your pencil mileage, right? Where you try to make sure that like everything is clean across the board in one image. And I love that in Deadlock. I love that in Valorant. So I'm really hoping that it will stay that way and the cosmetics won't get too crazy, but we'll see. Because I feel like, this is going to sound like a stupid take, but I feel like Valve doesn't need money. And I feel like the reason why we have a lot of Gooner skins and a lot of crazy skins in a lot of these games, because they're trying to make a profit, right? And I don't think Valve is like making Deadlock to get rich. They're already rich, you know? That's a stupid take? Fuck. Alright, lay it on me. Lay it on me, let's see. I'm just hopeful, you know? I'm just hopeful. Bum, 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 bum. It was a beautiful bird, it was. It was alright, it was a pretty good bird. It got the job done. Valve has a valuation that's like 500 million per employee or something like that. And it's because they're gonna HOTS 2.0 this shit so fast. I don't know how they monetize Dota, because I don't... Dota's the one MOBA that I've put zero effort into learning. Like, I've played it, I'm like, alright, whatever, bro. Please notify the bikini slop. Yeah, like, holy shit, dude. Let's go look at the latest skins while we're down here at Marvel Rivals. Let's just look at how gooner this game has got. Marvel Rivals YouTube. Let's have a look. Let's just look. What has been their recent skin releases? Headquarters. Where would I find these skins at? Do they have a place for the skins? Marvel Rival skins. All Marvel Rivals cosmetics. What is this? All new skins leaked 3 weeks ago. I want to see Devil's Ocean and Binky. I'm down.
Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel.
Okay, relax, bud. All right, that's like a 1 out of 10. There's no good in there. That looks okay.
Season 8 and even more secret changes.
That looks all right. Okay. That looks okay. Is that? Wait, who is that? Is that Thor? Wait, who is that? Wait, that's Venom. Or is that Thor? Who is that? I guess I could listen.
Leaving it as Venom, but the skin design
weird.
Clearly, it's just Eddie Brock, and then you can see.
See, like, look at this.
Normally, you have Venom's giant mouth, but here clearly it's just Eddie Brock.
Compared to that, right? Like, that is
again,
so
really
visually different. I guess you would see the abilities, but like at a first glance, I thought that was Thor.
Cool since the ultimate gets kind of recolored, but I sing emote. For book on comic skin. Makes me excited for the comic for.
All right, chat. On a 1 out of 10 on Gooner. What do you put this as? I feel
excited for the comic inspired design.
I feel like that's pretty Gooner.
Speaking of comic skins, Rogue is also getting a comic skin.
Okay.
Legendary with ultimate VFX.
Now compared to her main skin.
Ultron, legendary costume.
Oh, they're talking about skins that is coming out. I saw the new Psylocke skin, Psylocke skin, and I was like, bro. Why is she just not naked? What is this? The Prodigy Skin CHA costume reveal in Marvel Rivals. What is this? Is that Psylocke? I thought it was Luna Snow. Wait, that skin's alright. I don't know if that's too gooner. Although the Disco Ball Brawl is pretty crazy. That's kind of crazy. But that looks like a Luna Skull, like 100%, like a 3 honestly. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not bad at all. Where is the new Psylocke skin? I swear I saw one where she was like just wearing. It felt like torn leather. I'm over here gonna have a really bad search history. How is this video 30 minutes on skins? What do you have to talk about for 30 minutes? Who is that? How is this a 4-minute segment? What are you doing? Oh, they're showing the different colors. Man, how much does this video make in terms of money? Is it the same thing? Literally 3 minutes of just watching it in action? That pink does look pretty sick, actually. Wow, I should make Marvel Rival videos. I do very much appreciate how non-sexualized Deadlock is. I agree. Like, even like when there is some sexualization going on, like for example, Mina is like hot, right? It's like she's hot because it's true to her character. It's not because, hey, look at her butt, right? It's like she walks around, she has a gun ready, so she has like a little lap around her leg, but she also has like super fucking sick fashion, you know what I'm saying? Lash is like sexy in a way because he's got like his big bulging muscles and whatnot, but it builds to his character because he has to have an ego, right? It is really, really nice in that regard.
We're back, and this time for a best of 3, as we are going to get down to the nitty-gritty of what is effectively a qualification match into those semi-finals. I've got
Melee
Jason
creeps in
Kaplan,
the
I've got
Abrahams.
Zombie Grub. Look at how scared Jason Kaplan looks.
It's
once
so
again
odd
here.
to see the new
It's a
Melee
win
Creeps
smash,
logo.
Jason. That's how things work in a qualification. Why are you looking confused?
Are we live?
Let's give him time.
Oh, we're live. Okay. Oh, we're live. Good. What's up? I'm here.
Oh, okay, good.
ZG, you want to save it?
What is happening? Did I miss the joke?
Indeed.
I thought this was like a PUBG thing. Like I didn't want to interfere with whatever you were gonna plan. I don't know.
Good old pay.
Billy has a go-ahead to talk to
this
someone.
Is an exciting winners match. I was trying to figure out in my head, if you win this, are you through to tomorrow? And I believe you are, because then we're going to the decider matches.
Yes.
So
Winners match.
Is that a little boo-boo on the shelf? Probably. Little boo-boos were.
For a long time, yes.
They were around for a while.
Certainly are.
My
so an exciting one though, right?
friend gave me a little boo-boo. Where is it?
Work.
Somewhere in this dirty-ass
Arguably
room that I need to clean at one point in my life.
Story names in both regions here, ZG.
I have a little
Going
boo-boo
head-to-head in
somewhere.
best of 3.
She gave it to me for Christmas. I was like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, they're so popular.
Right? We'll talk about the meta and the character hero choices and whatnot, but the narrative is here that last week we didn't really know what to expect with the patch and just in
Room
general,
cleaning
they
stream
didn't
win?
have, like, the best time.
Brother, I have
They
no
just
interest in
rocked up.
streaming
They
cleaning my
rocked up to the
room.
tournament,
Could you
and
imagine getting
they're
backseated and
fantastic,
cleaning your
right?
room?
They do an excellent
Could you
job
imagine
with,
that life?
Abrams in the process.
BG Papa sent.
Anyways,
What's
in the
crazy
process.
about Rivals is that their dev team accidentally found out that animating 34 frames per second was actually easier long term than the typical 30 frames per second. They even made it a new rule for future skins. It's interesting for sure the reason why. Just search Marvel Rivals Rule 34
Why?
for the details.
Marvel Rivals Rule 34? FPS, I assume? Oh.
how this is going to break down. I want to get into the game as quick as we possibly can, honestly, between these two teams, because Melee Creeps, when they won Night Shift last week, they won DSI before that on the weekend. It has been a
So
long
stupid
time
of you.
coming since this team has been able to
Why
say
would
they
you say
won
that to me? And also, why would I
forever. It
fall
feels
for
like
that? I
they lost, like, all the
fucking
Shopify shows
hate
we were
that
doing,
that just happened.
But this might be their opportunity to finally get back on the cards.
Why
here,
would you
because
put that in my
team
search
also has
algorithm?
The longest win streak in North America out of any NA team. It's
Stupid
just
of
taken a
you,
while for
stupid
them to
of
figure out
them.
what's been going right,
He
what's
paid
been
me money to
more
say
money, what's been
that.
going wrong. With some recent changes, I mean, Scout coming out and Ranger coming on in, so their coach now actually going to be playing within the team.
I'm
look pretty good. I
interested
mean, they
in
look
frames per
pretty damn
second,
strong,
right?
but
Because
they're
like
up against
movies are
Abrahams, man, who
24
is-
frames per second,
I
but
still
like
wanna
games
say,
are
I mean,
60
so
frames
he's
per
the
second.
top
I'm like, why
team
would you put
in
a
the EU?
34
And I
frame
think
per
any day
second
that
rule
they
on
could
there?
be
Like, what does that have to
top team
do with the
in the
24
EU,
plus the
it's gonna be such a
34?
tough
Like,
matchup for them
that makes
to
no sense
take
to
them on
me.
once again.
I did want to mention, I know Clarus is going to move on, but I do want to highlight kind of the Ranger, because I feel like it's such a great time, great meta for them to have changed over into Ivy.
Why would you put that in my search history? I'm
We talked a lot
serious.
about last week, but then we also saw a lot of teams try and like intentionally target Ranger.
I
as if they would
actively
do,
on
like,
this
a
computer
weak
try to
link,
not
right?
put
And you
anything
check out
nude
that
related
space.
on it because I don't want it to pop
Super
up in my
interesting as
feeds
far
or
as
on
the,
streams.
The evolving that is happening here with Melee Creeps.
No, thank you, sir.
We've seen some good moments from him as well.
Try, I do. I actively try.
Who's been able to control some
This is a
space,
video
and
game
he's been
only
able to step into those
computer.
positions quite nicely. So let's see how they're going to play things out. Let's indeed move on.
No
to
deadlock mods? I don't do deadlock mods. I don't mod in general, but like,
Sammy Sniper for me has been
maybe I'm just fucking, again, old and boomer. When I go to a stream that is modded out of their mind and I can't tell what the characters are at first look, I just move on to the next stream. I think there's some cool, tasteful mods for sure. Like the Strawman mod that I saw for Infernus was really cool, but like when the character changes to like some anime character that I don't know, I'm like, bro, I'm good.
And rotated over towards, I guess you could say, like a free mock-s kind of role.
Streamer is focused on playing. I love the game for what it is, so I don't mod.
The weird thing is that Empty Dreams, I wouldn't rate necessarily.
I have rough old man takes, dude.
Zergy should be better as well, like theoretically, than Empty Dreams, but Empty Dreams brings a lot
Rocky
to the
Horn
table
on
in
REM
terms of,
sleep is
like,
pretty
pure
funny though.
pool and the threat he brings when it comes to the
Is it?
drafting
I mean,
phase,
I bet
because
they're
he not
cool
only-
looking, and
because
I think
he
you should
can
do
start
whatever
playing
you
at
want
once
to your own
versus he
gameplay,
can
you
start
know?
playing like the spirit
I
characters,
just-
like Pocket, for instance.
I don't know,
So
man.
having
I like
someone
how
kind of
clean
be
things
flexible
are.
in that situation, depending on
Last
what the
Spider-Man
match
was
is
pretty
too,
good,
or
though.
depending on what you can get away with in the draft.
I
think
would be
makes him
down.
a very strong threat. And also when I say like Zerginosis are
I did
better,
see a Mo and
I don't mean,
Krill,
like, a wide
Donkey
margin,
Kong,
but
and
I
Diddy,
think
and
there
that's
is a
cool.
distinction between the
I'm
two,
into
but I
that.
think Empty Dreams and the star-studded lineup they have is always a threat.
CG?
And to highlight Empty Dreams and kind of what we're talking about with the last match.
I'm just
the
too
great
much of a
talent
purist,
play from
chat.
the
I'm sorry.
qualifiers,
I'm a
he was
purist.
one of those great talents that was
Yep.
just popping off. So
I have bare
do
minimum
wonder
mods.
if
I
that is
do have a
going
mod
to
for
be
Apollo
a
that just makes him
target.
look better,
Obviously,
and having
Jason
Graves
style
ult become
groups,
PvC
you know,
zombies
they
with the theme
necessarily
music
know
was too
which
funny to
group they're
pass
going
up.
to be
That's
in
about
for a
it. That
little
does sound
while,
cute. I
and
mean,
they
yeah,
don't
I
know who
mean,
they're going to be facing.
there are
They
mods that, like,
guarantee
if
that
I
they can
did
stick
set up a
with little bit
mod
of
manager,
homework,
I'd be like,
right,
yeah,
if
that's
you
cool. I
invite
like
your
that, but
team, checking out the
I'm vibing.
qualifiers, I'm sure they did at least a decent amount.
Can we watch
And,
that clip real quick?
maybe
No,
they'll
I'm not gonna
surprising
watch a
them.
clip of a clip on my stream.
Yeah, I got to
We're
watch
doing
Abraham's versus
analysis and
Clock, I think
watching
it was, and
competitive
watching that
gameplay
go
while you
down
are
with
fucking with me.
Abraham's
All right,
winning
that's
way
the
it
stream
was.
right
I mean, it
now.
was Empty Dreams on the Great Talon during
Watching
that match, and it
Deadlock,
looked,
enjoying life.
again, monumental. A lot of damage being put out. 'Cause I think he was stacking Spirit very well during that game. So, going to be an interesting one to see these two teams butt heads. Of course, I would say that Jeff.
We need someone to make a trick skin for Rim, just my face on his face. I'm down with that.
Clock in terms of their
I would
hierarchy
love,
of
here's what I would love for a
Jason.
mod.
So
I would enable this
Abraham's
if somebody
definitely
made it.
got, attacks
Whenever I
on their
steal a
hands,
sinner, it
especially
pops my little
they will be
face up.
playing on North
My little
America
trick
as
S
well.
right
Melee
above
Creeps
in the
will be able
soul.
to flex their muscles
I'd
and
be
get
down for that.
here for
I would
Golden
enable
Warriors
that.
best of three.
Because that's how I feel when I steal
I mean,
away
it's-
stuff.
I think like almost relatively fair within ping too, because I think Psy, if I'm not mistaken, is
Minecraft Great
West
Talon is the worst. I saw that one. Ugh.
I know there's at least one West Coast player on the team. Maybe it's Ido actually. Well, we don't need to talk about him when it comes to internet, to be honest. But Abraham's, they've been practicing on internet
All
for
right,
a while
Silver
here,
Band?
so if any team's gonna be able to,
Where
say
did
the likes of Mega
Doorman
Creeps,
go,
it
by the
definitely
way?
would be them. But with a Silver Me and ban out right away, that makes
Like,
you
that should
wonder,
be a
Abraham's
conversation
getting
here
forced
for Melee
into
Creeps,
now
right?
A pocket ban. Do you leave Doorman open for Melee Creeps?
Yeah,
There's
okay.
A lot of,
Good
I
job,
think the draft is
Jason.
in a really interesting slash
Good
tough
analysis.
spot sometimes when you're first or second pick nowadays.
No pocket for you. I'd be surprised if we see him all tournament. It's
I feel like he's gonna slip by one, but maybe not in the broadcast one, right? Like he's gonna slip by and people are
So
gonna be
either
like, "Oh,
a first pick
never again."
Doorman or a Paradox,
But
right?
that
Would be
seems
the
to have
options here.
happened. But yeah, Silver coming out.
Celeste first
Wow,
pick.
okay. Fan first,
Interesting.
sure, but the Celeste being the super priority for Melee Creeps. All right.
I mean, Do is an
What do you think
insane
about
Celeste. I think he's one of my favorite Celeste players to
Yeah,
watch.
So where does Doorman slot
But I feel like
in?
you could let that go a little bit against
We consider
Abraham's
that pretty
and get it on the next
pretty
slot.
important, but
Because you give up Doorman for it, right?
Pick that up.
You know,
Do
this
was
is
insane- yeah,
always a
Do was
really
insane on last week. I
interesting
agree.
thing between EU and NA is, like,
I'm
who
starting to
very
finally
inclusive
see
drafts,
some players and
this
what
is
they
why
do
I cannot
well.
wait until we have
And Do
our
Celeste
first,
was
like,
just
EU
out of
and
this
NA
world.
ban, because EU like favors and leans towards certain heroes where NA doesn't.
What makes
necessarily
Pocket
do
banned
so.
right now?
I would
Health pools
say
went down
true
like
for
crazy,
the
and
entirety
Affliction
of
also
Denver.
has the
Even,
added
like, in
benefit
builds as well, like,
of
we would see
preventing people from
EU
healing.
Predators would be built
You take
way
that
less
and
than
add it on
Max
top of the
that
urn
shots,
where
you get
people are
true
naturally
damage
grouping
on
up,
you,
and
but all
Pocket's
damage on
value
you
just gone
melees.
through the roof.
NA would build gun, and we didn't really see much gun in EU Venator until people stopped. It took months, I think, for it to actually come online. But to see Venator Dormant initially taken, so Empty Dreams probably to be picking up the Venator, leaving Melee Creeps with John, who doesn't necessarily even need to
There's
play.
that
He's not even a
paradox.
hero for the team. He flexes to other things. Kind of puts the ball in the court here for MC.
I'm scared if they're gonna go
It's-
Victor. Sorry, go on, CG.
It's Do who plays on Celeste, right?
Yep. Yep.
Say, I'm just thinking of, yeah, I believe so. I'm just
Yeah,
thinking of
having
that
the
there
EU
was
casters
a
on
lot
this
of,
unlucky.
Let's say very amazing Celeste play that happened.
Bro, Soren, we
last
need to
week,
get
but
in
a
on these, bro.
dominating
How do we
win,
get Fight Night to
in
invite
the,
us?
The open that happened last week. So I like it is still surprising to see it so high priority, but I think that they're really hoping that they continue to be a standout Celeste. But yeah, maybe giving up some other.
I do like
more
this
obvious
down
ones,
here.
yeah, the
This is
doormat,
really
so,
nice.
But Abraham,
At the
it's
very
gonna be
bottom,
able
I know
to
it's
pick
covered
up
with the
very,
Twitch
very
chat, but like
talented,
the
speaking
timer.
of, you know, some of the pop-off
On the next pick coming in.
players, like this feels like both teams are saying like we think we got at least one perfect situation for the guy that's been very good the last week.
Ivy
Catch a
John.
7-day ban for
Take some
Clout.
thoughts.
I'm in.
I mean, screw Ivy for now. We're looking at one of the
Blow up on
best-
TikTok. My
if it's
TikTok is
best
actually doing
defense
pretty
for
well.
us
I'm starting to
players
get
in
into the
Deadlock
Deadlock
right now,
area.
be able to get him. It's gonna be Sion
Every day I'm
Paradox,
starting to
and
wake up to
he was a
fucking
pivotal
notifications
part
like crazy.
to them winning
People love the
Troll Open that
commentary.
we had. And that was a big turning point for them for Melee Creeps. I mean, his Paradox is insanely
Trick Talk.
scary. And, you know, Claris, we've already talked about earlier on and talked about still how much damage a Paradox can do. And Psy is going to be a treat to see.
Told them I'm available.
Still together on Shiv. That is also a treat to see.
I told one of them I was
If- if
available, and they're like,
if-
"We need to see you in chat more
I can already
often."
see the division in your mind going on here because I feel like these drafts.
It's like,
already
bro, I got my
shaping up
own
to be a
stuff I gotta
little
do.
closer
I can't
compared
be
to what we
sitting
had
in a
our
Twitch
previous
stream
game
watching for
before.
5 hours a
Simply
day
this
for a
is- but
chance to
there's the
cast.
coming in for melee creeps. So again, I think it's angling towards a lot of potential earn control here. ZG, especially even Celeste is an
The actual words were, "Who are you?"
control that we
It
saw
was
before with
ZP,
the
so
Shining
ZP and I
Wonder
go way
being
back.
Pain, as well as all other abilities, never mind anything else.
Keep the
So we
analysis
make
stuff
this
going.
all
Oh
fun.
yeah, for sure.
Celeste, I feel like obviously has some.
I do what I
potential there
can.
for sure, as we actually get a rem in
We
here
need
for melee
more
creeps, but,
midday
again, a lot
cast
of the highlight
available,
was
to be honest
actually
with
them
you.
being able to-
I can't do
they
these
were
5 p.m.,
assassin,
8 p.m.
basically.
night
They're running
casts
around and making sure that
consistently.
people
I can
die,
make
you
like
know,
a plan like
outside of
once a
the
week
fights
maybe,
that were
but
going to happen around
I got
her.
family time, bro.
But yeah, we went on like the rem comes in. I'm glad you brought up like it was rem actually good in the last game, and we saw that isn't necessarily always the case, but perhaps with a little more of that earn priority from this draft already, the rem will slot in kind of as we envision him to.
Viscous is up and
Completely
available.
agree. I think it fits a little better in this one compared to the last
I feel like
one.
this would be
Jason,
really
you're-
nice for
you're
Abraham's.
contemplating, you're thinking, you're
Like, really good here.
Ooh.
I want to see Sinclair, but I think like Sinclair against melee creeps. I feel like could have insane
Very convincing, at
value,
least.
but
Yeah,
if we
yeah. I
really
would need
fucking
I need a heads up.
playing
I couldn't be a
Sinclair on
last
high
second
team
edition and
does
be like,
not
get a
work.
random DM.
But
I'm just not chronologically online anymore. I can't do it.
If he's on Victor, sitting on top
I
of
try
the
to
urn
like
and
wake up
make
in the
punches
morning and I
get
like
buried
you'll
when
see
you're
if
around
you ever
that
like
deep.
look at my like messages in Discords, it's all at like 7 o'clock in the morning because I finish up working out and I just go through and I respond to everybody and everything and then add my own thoughts and then I just leave it so I have paragraphs everywhere and then at 4 o'clock I do it again. I try to like log in
It's funny how
and
many
that's it.
options
Like
teams
I
have
can't
right now as we
I
see
can't be
margin
online all the
coming
time.
towards the end, as well as the Abrams before, because Zero Billy touched in this, and I think the amount of health Billy has currently ZG is absurd.
Billy is too easy to
but
poke
not to
out.
be
The meta's
case,
changed. Like I don't understand this focus on Billy that everyone's bringing up, right?
think that
You
is
have
maybe
Vinegar
the
grenades, you
biggest,
have
like,
Great Talon poke like
who's
crazy,
missing
you have
that we,
Paradox that
you know,
controls the space very,
saw
very well.
Hawks
You have
and
Wraith who's played in
found, and
EU
that is
who just
probably
shells
Billy.
cards from across the
Mirage
map.
definitely felt like they
Like
fell off,
Billy's
from a lot
good
of
in certain situations,
conversations,
but it's draft
like,
dependent, and that's
again,
why
I
his
don't
win rate
think
is so
it's
good
bad,
because
right?
people
I
are
was
picking
looking
it,
at, you know,
or the
further
draft is
characters that
accessible for
might
him,
have
right?
been chosen
Or they're
instead
grabbing
of,
it as like a
and,
first pick
you know,
after they
yeah,
ban out
Billy's
like a
been coming
Paradox or
up
something like
again,
that. But like Billy,
Wraith
just like you
actually
can't
did
just
come up. I'm
slot
not sure if
Billy
Melee
in.
Creeps plays a lot of
He's
Wraiths.
good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out.
But, like,
Yamato,
you
as
can't
I
just
said,
throw
in
him
the
in.
last draft, I was prepared to talk about a lot, and so I'm
The meta is
happy
changing
to
way
see
too
how this
fast,
continues to
and Billy
develop.
like
It feels
showed
like
up,
everyone's
and then
been
people
playing
realized how to
better,
beat Billy,
But then maybe as
and
far as
then
these,
we've been seeing it a lot in
qualifiers, we
scrims, and so
saw
people
it's
aren't showing
actually
off in tournaments because they know the
wasn't
answers.
expected.
I have to, I think, do something, but I don't know if he's here. Can I summon the one, the only ZP?
No Bebop, both teams lose. That's the analysis that I'm here for, chat. That's why I'm streaming. For Serpico to tell us when Bebop is not showing up in the draft. Thank you, Serpico. Everyone clap. Serpico, drop down the hard analysis. Thank you, Serpico. Your service is appreciated. I'll see you next draft.
Yeah, from
I'm
DSI
in.
in the night shift last week, something like
Feels good, man.
I got something just as good. I got a DDK here. Mirage and win rates these last like a week and a half have been abysmal.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, what of it?
It doesn't matter. Mirage is insanely useful,
What of it?
and if you can have a
Anyways.
sustained team fight, Mirage is going to win. Mirage is a hard cap character, right? You add a hard cap character plus global, and he will always be useful. The win rates and loss rates don't matter.
Smelly Creeps and Abrahams, as we said before, the winner will move on to the semi-final here to be able to make things work for the night shift open. It's an absolute treat, ZG. It's going to be a good match. I think this is a bit of a closer draft here compared to our previous.
I think it'll be a fantastic match. Certainly a bit better than
I see
that
Billy a lot in
entire
street ball.
segment.
Yeah,
We
he's
started
good
off
in solo
rough and
queue.
we
Just
ended
straight up,
rough.
you can just send a Billy every game and you'll be fine right now.
As we do start
But
off
we're
with
talking coordinated
a bit of a
gameplay
disconnect,
with high-level
so
players who
hopefully
understand
that-
weaknesses and strengths of a
I can
character.
salvage this. Are you ready? I can salvage this. 'cause I
I'm not
think
saying
it's
Billy's bad
time
at
for me
all.
to I didn't do it right.
He's great,
To
phenomenal
properly
even.
summon
But there are
the
certain
wise,
drafts where he
the
does
great
not fit.
ZP.
Do Walmart sponsor this? Yeah, Walmart, Intel, and I think Newegg? Or that might be on the weekly tournaments.
He's not talking. I'm going to break the fourth wall.
You know what Walmart did for the employee appreciation? What'd they
I
do?
saw him mute his
Lay it on me.
microphone.
Oh.
That's it. I'm not giving you more adjectives. That was it. You get you get the two.
Fire them? Uh-oh.
Okay.
What is that Walmart banner? They sponsored this tournament.
Not to inadvertently find ourselves in a game of Castor Chicken. We'll talk about the game that has begun. I assume what was supposed to happen was ZP was supposed to come in and be like, he
I'm
is
skipping lunch for this
abysmal.
shit. I need food.
He does not have a good win record, and no one should be choosing him. Why would they do this?
They
to
made
fill
giant
their
Dr. Pepper
draft
cans that
at
say
the
we
very
appreciate
last
our
second?
employees and then sold them to the
They
public for
tripped at the finish
$1.84.
line. Is that what you're hoping for?
Wow, it's like ZP was here in essence.
There you
Never
go.
miss an
That was
opportunity.
great. That was perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for.
That's one thing I really. Here's my hot take, chat, out of nowhere, because I think Pride Month is coming up. I fucking hate corporations during Pride Month.
There's gonna
I
be some
think,
retribution
yes,
in the
we
future,
should
but
be
I do feel
allies, the
like
LGBT
already
community
there's
all the
some,
way, but oh my
there's
god,
validation
every
on
single
the side of
corporation
ZP, who definitely came
doesn't say
into this
shit
call,
for
which
11
I'm
months,
done.
and then
You
Pride
really
Month
got
comes, and they're like, oh
in the
my
first half of this
god,
game.
Pride
It's the
Month,
rush.
hell yeah, dude.
Totally.
And then they sell like $40 shirts.
I'm
And profit
my
off
game
them.
now.
It pisses me
had
off
some
so
plan,
much.
And then it got ruined, and now I'm just like, I don't want to be here anymore.
It's crazy, dude.
No, it's fine. Yeah, he gets pressured a little bit. Goes for
Put a rainbow on it. It's so full of shit. Yeah, it's so full of shit, dude. It's so clearly marketing.
Here. And Sonic Sniper is actually going to be on the Shiv. It's not going to be together. And to be fair, people kind of forget that together was one of the best.
I hate when like legitimate issues in this world are used for cash.
Feels like
I'm such a
year and
hater.
half ago, if I'm not mistaken, or like over a year ago.
It's called rainbow capitalism. Oh, is there a phrase for it now?
He played more frontlining with like Abrams for the team, which actually this time Saint's going to be on for himself, which is also a slight change up we've seen.
Rainbow capitalism.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, Sonic Sniper has also played Yamato like very recently, so it seems like there's
Corporations
definitely
could do buy some of them.
flexing
They do it
going
in
on.
China and Middle East at the same time. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they won't do it in China and stuff. It's region dependent. Yeah, it's smart marketing for sure, but it does feel bad, doesn't it?
The Mirage sucks tracker person, but now I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong because I didn't think
ZG, ZP, it's close enough. I think you could fill in the role, you know?
we both wear glasses. Like, anyway, yeah, I know that.
Coke?
I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't describe myself as someone who likes.
Poor
Coke
Rim is getting bullied out. Rim against Grey Talon in lane sucks ass, dude. I hate that lane.
Fallen off. I mean, obviously very drastically compared to where he was.
At 3 minutes, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go do box runs, bro. I'll come back and heal you, and then I'm out.
Yeah,
now
so
I'm like,
thing-
oh,
Because there's just no point. You do
it's like
nothing.
during DSI, I could understand him having such a massively losing record because you're fighting around mid.
Not
and
even
Mirage
melee
as
Rim can beat
was
Grey
split
Talon.
pushing. He would push down
It's
walkers
so
while you're
unbalanced.
fighting for an urn on the other side of the map. So to see that many people still invest into him was quite surprising, and I thought in theory would still be really good after we had the urns go back towards the side lanes, but we've not seen teams actually make that effective. I feel like the urn control and the urn snowball you get from the souls has been
Look how graceful Do is
really
on
kind of
Celeste, man.
counteractive to what Mirage offered.
Just
initially.
full control of this character.
Well,
Coming against an AGT is great. Ult is terrible. Oh, I imagine. You just get poked out, or you get a bird flying towards you to knock it out.
Talking points before last week is about where they actually slot in when they can't get a pocket, and just as far as the
Bro, I
map
did a
is right
McGinnis
now,
video on
they're
TikTok,
never gonna get
Soren.
a pocket, but their
Everyone
push
is just like
very, very effective.
equating McGinnis to Hitler now. It's like,
They're gonna
bro,
be
shut up.
very,
She hasn't been meta
helpful. And
forever.
then
She can be
do
good
on
for one
Celeste,
patch.
just to confirm
Relax.
That is actually the case. Had some just absolute pop-off games.
Relax.
I mean, like I pointed out, like the Shining Wonder in a potential team fight, yes, is always very annoying, very effective.
That's
but
ugly,
the
I
ability
know.
for them to
Everyone just
basically
whine. They're like,
secure
they should be
kills
banned
without
for
having to
life,
literally go
dude. It's
around
not
and
fun to
find
play against this
people.
character.
Like even given like a heads
like,
up
it's
by
a MOBA,
Ranger,
man.
being like, hey, there's someone who's a little out of position.
Learn to have your own
like,
fun.
Zoom like right to them and be
She's
able
not even
to
great in
actually kill them.
Eternus.
So
Yeah,
it's a
she's
very
she's playable
scary,
now, right? Like just
character for that. But it
just
was
let
still
people be
surprising
playable.
it's a high priority. We got Empty Dreams, who was fantastic in the
Ooh, nice
qualifiers
tornado.
into this on Grey Talon.
Is that a kill? How many points did you get on it? 3? Oh.
And Sonic
Oh.
Sniper.
Oh, he
I don't
came
know
out. He got hit
He's
again.
turned around in this
Oh,
mid-lane.
it's over.
Should be dead. Getting some regen in. Gen Smart plus bloodletting. Not enough. Actually,
That's
survival.
crazy.
Just a sliver of HP, and it looks like he'll be able to escape. I don't try to come in from
That's
the side and attack him
crazy.
on the retreat. But
That was
one
nutty.
certainly should have been a kill in a Sonic Sniper, but credit to him to escape this one.
Yeah, that was very, very close.
He didn't have any items on either, did he?
Speaking of escape,
Nice
looks
parry,
like
Do.
it's going to
This is Do.
be a big old
This is
battle.
Do on
Carries
Celeste,
come
man.
through.
Just hits the
Pushing them
right
together.
buttons
It's
at the
like,
right
yeah, go,
time
let's do this.
while looking fashionable, bro.
Well, that didn't plan out. Didn't work out the way that they had planned.
Yeah,
Maybe
imagine-
because of a problem.
Speaking of animations, Celeste has the best animations in the
Carrying
game.
a melee is
I
quite
love
difficult,
watching her
I
be
would say, when
played
you're
because she
playing
just
on quite
floats
high ping. But you know what's
and
also
she's
difficult?
posing the entire time.
Summoning
They
ZP.
made
Oh,
Celeste amazing.
okay,
I love how she
I don't
flips
believe
over when
this.
she's mantling.
I don't. Something happened. Is someone go check on ZP? He's never denied me on 3 summons.
There's some biblical reference here. Has the cock, crowed twice or something? Anyway.
Unlucky Soren. You could have
ZP
sent me a
aside,
note. I'm like, Soren says this.
I'm not going to continue pretending to be ZP. I really wonder if just half the time he's actually not here and half the time he's intentionally trolling you.
I would've
but
given
we'll
you
never
credit,
ever
bro.
be
It's a
completely
team
sure.
effort.
To make sure all the games go smooth.
He is. That's actually.
I couldn't believe they gave me a whole day on DLNS. I was really, really appreciative of that.
The opener, like the qualifier.
I was tired by the end of the day, but it was cool to be able to do
amazing.
4 matches in a row.
That level, and, there's a lot
That's the kind of stuff that like I really enjoy doing.
Behind the scene, and ZP's part of that, right?
It's watching a meta unfold.
To cast, don't worry. Oh, presumably, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, well, we don't know. He hasn't responded to me in my 3 summons. Something might be like actually like bad. Something might be half.
Have you established a catchphrase? I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Before that,
I definitely have a habit of saying the same shit over and over.
Tempo. I've been a little knocked off. What's happening in this game?
Well, we got a hotel guest plus an owl coming on through. Cart not going to throw into the wall.
Nice
Disconnect with the shots and with the owl as well onto Fish Cake, but he has Chucker animation.
Grit on Doorman early.
It does go eventually. But he's still, I mean,
is that to buy time to get to the door?
Follow damage to turn this into a kill here.
Or is he going reactive barrier into Indomitable early?
Well,
like money shot and minions.
The bridge buffs did occur while we were
everything from where I go, bro. Stop saying that, yo. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Header also falls and
only thing I get yelled at is when I bring up nipples. Tempo was like, maybe don't say nipples.
to change that a bit, and they're not gonna find Do, but it looks like they are gonna find Saya. Maybe another knife.
It's just how I feel, man.
Oh, there you go.
Put down eventually, so they do get the kill. And also get another kill here onto Ranger, over towards the mid lane, and we might start to see Abraham's actually get some ground as they're gonna take.
Once he starts getting the jobs regularly, yeah. Once I get paid, I know I can say nipples. We're in, dude.
A second, we do see Saint charging on 4.
Been trying to free him since 2015.
Hefty amount of damage, to be fair, and heal a lot of that up with Infernal Resilience. I mean, him and Tass together, it could be quite devastating to get charged and then thrown a cart into the wall. I think they just can't quite escape here in middle as John's gonna capitalize on that kill, keeping things relatively equal. 27 to 29k with Abraham's with a slight lead.
Still now many minutes, I guess, until the first urn does come up. But we haven't necessarily focused entirely on the fact that Doorman was able to escape a ban. And just to be clear,
Cult of Sacrifice, 7 minutes. Did Arzo go opening round straight into Cult of Sacrifice?
At this point,
I need to get ready for my Vendor video.
Them through. But yeah, Doorman was still pretty up there. And
I know Cult of Sacrifice is insane on him, but that's early. Because you want to get it before 8 minutes, right? Because that's when the heavy camps come up. And so he's a bit early.
Well, arguments for
but is that just because of good laning?
In the past week, it's still
6300, 730.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest hit
yeah,
came
kind of cooked.
Obviously like that 6-second window where you can't close your door, which with the way people and teams were playing around it, I mean, all you have to do is ask Zergy about what happened to him at the tier 3 camp. I mean, he got absolutely mauled by a door opening, a Moen Crow coming through that door, combo into a kill. But it is, I'd say, quite a big nerf, to be honest. But
where's Vendor going? Is he gonna steal their heavy camp?
Control around middle can give you a lot.
Look at Rim coming over.
Burn as well from the angles you can play from the door.
It's center time, baby.
Very impactful overall.
It's actually such. Look at this. So he's here, which means he can grab the heavy camp on his side with his Cult of Sacrifice. But then he can also hear Rim trying to steal the centers. They decide to push up the middle here. Oh my god.
And then, well, on the flip side, Doorman might be able to help out to actually take down
beautiful.
For instance, being able to crowd control one person.
What beautiful macro. I think Rim actually didn't even go for the double center. I think he had to come back and help Paradox.
Very effective reason to have
because of that play
in your roster. But we've got quite a few deaths on the back and forth. Very close game right now, as we actually get a lot of movement over into middle, even a bit of a chase down here. But clearly, John and Mirage.
When you make a prediction and it doesn't come true, you got to go, well, that's why they call me the TrikSlyr.
Doing all right, 6.3k. He's got a little bit of a kill streak, but that fine.
My favorite thing is when people are like, "How do you say your name?" I'm like, "It's TrikSlyr." And they're like, "Oh, like a slur?" And I'm like, "Man, I hate that so much." But yeah.
Just a minute away from the buff spawning and just 3 minutes away from the first urn as well.
Yamato flying strike is balanced. I fucking hate Yamato this patch. Day 1, I didn't realize that she was like so insane, and I got farmed by Yamato, and ever since then I've hated her this patch.
As I said, like the souls are very even. We did have Abraham's jump forward a little bit, and
yeah, I know. It's like it's a playoff title TrikSlyr, and then it got changed a lot by Blizzard to be what it is. So you could Google it, and then I didn't even like notice the slur until then, because like I have a lisp, so like that I don't know, I didn't realize that. And so I was like, all right, whatever, man. And it's just been stuck that way. So people either call me TrikSlyr or they bring up the slur part of it. It is what it is, and I can't change it. It's been there for too long.
5-10K down from everyone
Thanks a lot,
else, and that's still,
Blizzard.
like, super effective. So sometimes like the focus I feel like was really making sure that the Yamato in this case together, right, never got to be in a super comfortable position. But
It was a TrikSlyr with a I, but it was like a gay man's diary when you Googled it, and Blizzard wanted to change it from an I to a Y to avoid that confusion.
But yeah, Melee Creep's falling a little bit behind in the Souls, trying to take a fight now.
It was like a really wholesome diary. I read it.
Left-hand side looking for that connection. Doesn't need the kill. The stun would be more than enough out of him. But he's looking for that kill. You know,
He was like talking about like going on coffee dates and shit.
No one there. Yeah, no one was even there. Sorry, no. Was Paris actually there? I can't tell. On the minimap, it looked like he might have been.
Another thing ruined by Blizzard.
Oh, escapes with his life and no stacks here for empty.
Who knows, man? I'm hoping Blizzard turns it around this BlizzCon. If they announce like a StarCraft 3 and like, I don't know, something for HOTS,
a minute to it, so we need
could
to
be a comeback.
Very,
Who knows?
Very careful
we'll
about
see.
Losing anyone. At this point in time, I mean, they
I have like a smidgen of copium, you know, like a dash.
You know, last game we saw that the first urn was supposed to be kind of.
Man, I always play Spirit Grey Talon. I just find it so fun, but I need to sit down one day and play a gun Grey Talon. Look at this. Opening rounds, Mystic Shot, Long Shot.
6v6, a good old-fashioned 6v6 around the urn.
My aim is so much better than it used to be. Gotta try it.
Time to stop trying to look for picks in case you yourself get picked. A little farming going on instead.
Don't tell me about a game you're maybe thinking about working on as release a game. That's the meta now, though. Is like
I actually did wonder,
4 games you announce them, and then you see what the reception is, and then you get the venture capital.
I can kind of get away with
what is this movement, brother?
To actually turn it around for yourself. Because
he's just out. He was like, I hear a lash, I'm gone.
Obviously, the die potential. The carries, especially if you get
yeah, like, that's how it is. So like most companies now look at a game release and they have like maybe a demo available, and then they stare at wishlist. And if the wishlist don't go up, they cancel the whole project.
Trend that eventually does continue to go. I think
I feel you on that, but that's just not how games are made anymore.
Really offer enough when it comes to.
I think the only companies that are like making games and just actually releasing them is like Capcom.
Be really determined.
Yeah, I think that's,
damn,
that's
unlucky.
the point we're going to be
Good movement.
Really looking at, especially nowadays.
Big slam though. Here comes Abram. What the? What in the Abrams?
Unfortunately, Saint going
that was unfortunate. Luckily, it's a 3-for-1 trade in his favor, but Saint's like, what?
Looks like Melee Creeps just starting to fall here, one by one. As Fishcake is also.
I'm not gonna be pretty sad about losing from Blizzard. I mean, that is fair. I think that's fair. I wonder if Blizzard ever like ever looks at HOTS fans and they're like, "Fuck you guys," or if they're like sentimental at all about how fucked we got on our favorite game. Because I definitely talked my shit, but I wonder if they're like, fuck TrikSlyr for his opinion, or if they're like, yeah, I understand why.
I mean, this Walker's gonna fall. They're gonna get the urn turn, and they get multiple kills off the back of this. Okay, yeah, they lose one player, but you know what? They're up over 15k at this point. This is
urn turn in. Full grab here for Abrahams. Abrahams is very far ahead right now.
I think most people would say Melee Creeps were probably favored when it came to this matchup. I mean, you're playing technically on NA, even though it's NA East. Melee Creeps just won DSI this last weekend.
Is there anyone left to know? No, everyone that I know is out.
14k with a kill streak. Ours on 17k. You have to.
They're all on their own indie companies. I do feel bad because a lot of hot steps went to like a lot of small indie studios, and like none of the indie studios are doing well.
Honestly,
it's really unfortunate.
I was kind of expecting Abrahams to really come back with a vengeance.
I know I need to branch it at some point. Well, WTC isn't even known for their non-legitness, but I've been trying to come up with a username. I don't think you're going to get yelled at for being Soren, bro. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
The Celeste emphasis, like,
it also kind of fits you. But maybe just go with just Soren instead of having the markup on the back.
I'm not going to say that they had, like, they were.
And that way you can always be like, yeah, I mean, like, Soren, like, I'm flying.
That's true, but there were a couple
flying through the analysis. I don't think you're ever going to get, like, any issues in that regard, bro.
Looking at the composition, the more that I'm just like, Abraham's just.
The biggest issue is, like, if people go to Google your name, they're probably going to find more Magic the Gathering stuff than you, right? So,
getting all these good team fights, shutting down.
But at the same time, like, esports is so niche, who cares? You do your thing, bro. I think you're fine.
As well, even though Together and Empty Dreams are the ones that are on
legit
fire.
The only reason why my name is the way it is because Blizzard needed me to be a forum poster, and they really cared about Google's. My name before then was like Robin.
I could not follow that
From
fight
Batman and Robin.
at all. What just happened? The doors were
It was
thrown
Robin
off,
and
the
Ares.
positioning of
Those were my,
everything
like,
going
gamer
on, the bells
tags.
being thrown in from Tass as well. Abraham is the initial kill onto
And
Ranger.
Pimpizzle,
Only
but
one
Pimpizzle
kill
died when I
broke out is kind of
started getting into esports more.
surprising, as they immediately shoved them
I
back
miss
in towards the
Pimpizzle.
Walker
I was
too,
pink in
and
every
gonna
game that I
retreat
played.
away with their current lead, which will be, you know, close to 20K
Shout out to Cat
once again
Williams.
here. My brain. I don't even know what to say.
I want something that's like a
That was
nerdy
so
dog
confusing
whistle.
to see, but in
Change
the
your name
end,
to Half-Life
Abraham
3.
came out the
There
lead.
you go.
Even able to shove
I like
away
that.
Dream Sphere Divido with a 6,000 soul difference. It's not easy
You've been
to
Whisper
do,
for
but with
30
Sub
plus
Spam coming
years?
up
Damn, that's
for
a
Dreams, I don't think it's gonna
that's a
happen once
commitment
again.
to a gamer tag. I feel like
Hey,
every
Rogers,
gamer
last guy
goes
gets
like
taken
through
down.
3 or
All
4
right. All right,
changes.
Good news, you got that done. But oh my goodness, a 15-minute mid boss.
I like Soren. Soren's a good name. It is really hard to change your branding. One of my friends changed their branding from the other side to joshing around, dude, and my brain cannot think about him. Anytime I go to like message him or look at his Discord, I always search the other side first. Branding's a powerful tool. Once you know somebody, you know somebody is that.
About it, and as the rest of melee creeps come in, maybe they'll get a couple of rejuves. But this is clearly momentum heading in Abraham's favor more and more.
I think maybe some slight miscommunication too, because Together and Sonya went for a push up the staircase to look for kills, while half the team went back towards his left-hand walker where John was trying to push it away. He gets thrown into the Baroness Hotel and into spawn. Oh my
Destroyed.
God. Just gets run over. Someone get the plates on that bus. Tass finishes off the kill.
Someone
And
get the
AFN
plates
still
on the
coming out
bus.
with
That's a
two
good line.
rejuves and a 22K lead now 16 minutes in. I gotta see a couple of things here, ZG. Can we see like golden statue buffs at the moment between the two teams? Because not only are they 23K ahead, I wonder how many golden statue buffs are they ahead. Okay, it's not too crazy, but it is quite a big difference when you look at like Saint, for instance, who's acting as a front line at 26, and then of course Together on the Yamato at 22. The fact that like Rangers pick up the most, and unfortunately that fish cake only has 6. It's, I mean, the soul value they have is just completely reflected.
Man,
in
I'd be
that.
really
13K
curious.
for
This is
Fish
why I
Cake,
wish
he
there was
cannot
statisticians
play
in
a front line
Deadlock.
for the team.
How important is the first round of Sinners for
Going to
Rim?
look like they survived because, well, they have a second life, but both lives I think are going to disappear.
Like, what is the win rates
quickly.
if he gets 2 or 3 of them from the opposing team versus getting none? Because I feel like in my own personal games, if Rim does not get the Sinners at 8 minutes, he falls behind and feels really rough.
Ended up going for the Walker, but they didn't actually end up getting it. So that didn't even go down. And they still have 2 rejuves.
And I don't think he got any because of the pressure that was happening mid lane. Like, I'm willing to sacrifice a Guardian in my own single player games to get 3 Sinners.
And this lead is just
Because it takes it's like double value, right? You get farm on Rim that isn't your own team's farm, and you deny your opponent.
One more time.
And then, of course, you make him stronger.
I can hear you. It finally
Hey,
works.
4 times a charm.
Look, you couldn't fight the Call of Nature. The Call of Nature is stronger than anything you can do, but you know, I'm back.
Well,
How long was that Call of Nature?
Yeah, we don't need to know those details, to be honest.
all right.
The only detail I want to know about those EP, what was the win-loss
Ooh, look at
ratio
this
out of Mirage? Because
Doorman flank on Mirage on the far left. Look at
I
this.
think it ended up at like 3-19.
Look at this.
And if this is gonna be a case, it's gonna be like 3-20. I don't know what it was during the qualifiers. Like we weren't logging the stats, but in terms of what happened at DSI last weekend into Night Shift, Mirage doesn't win games. And catching up on the game state here, it appears that this is another.
Yeah, I think it's a definite discussion, Soren.
Continuing to do so
But that's
here.
where like I don't excel. Like I can like put feels and vibes and read a meta, but I can't do stats. I need someone else to do that for me. I don't have the brain for it. Like I just the patience, the studying, getting the API.
Yeah.
He's 10K ahead of Saya.
That was one thing that my co-caster back when I did HOTS was so good at, Caldor. Like if I had any narrative or any story I wanted to tell, he had Excel sheets just ready to go. And I could be like, can I take a peek, bro?
This first game in the series.
And the cool things about stats is like you can kind of finagle them to be in any story you want, which is what I love about them. They're not the be-all end-all, but it can really help you. My fantasy team is always Amish electricians.
First series of the day, that was just actually best of 1. Now
it's really
we are
anti-meta,
in
bro.
best of 3 for the winners match 2. So if this actually
Look at
is
that
a,
nade bank!
an
Oh
appetizer
my
for things
God,
to
that
come
was
in the rest of the
beautiful.
series, and hey, Abraham
Did you see
wins
that
it,
shit? He
as
came
they
around.
seem to be winning
Ah,
this
he
fight.
max
They do
pained
still
it.
have the rejuves after all.
It's probably a reference for some people that don't know
a bit
that
of a chance for
game.
melee creeps, but this first game
Am I dating myself
is,
bringing up Max Payne
fairly
chat?
one-sided. To be fair, the souls have actually evened up a little bit, I suppose, with what happened there, but it's, I mean, I'm still not great as the walker falls. Melee creeps down to just the mid walker, and a dream that Do can really carry here is the richest person on the team.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's gonna be possible though. I mean, they get the earn turn in for melee creeps, so it helps.
Your team is the young
those
lot. Are you joining us for
close,
Fantasy
but
Football
it's still
Tailgamer?
24,000, 19.5 minutes in.
Crypto's
It's still
gonna start getting it all together
so big of a
in
discrepancy
Fantasy
between the two
Football
teams. You're hitting stat check
Discord.
territory, you're hitting item difference territory. You're hitting flex slot difference territory because melee creeps have yet to unlock a single one.
I have a
It's,
feeling
all
the spots are gonna
extremely
fill
tough
up
to
really
combat
quick
but I
this
wanna give melee
season.
creeps a chance. I want to give them hope. Meow comes on through, knocks Rem away from the tag along. And Ido's gonna fall here once
Is
again.
he
32
Arcane
second
Surge,
respawn time
Abraham?
with
Sure
with man
is.
advantage.
Duration
They wanna put
extender,
the
yep.
pressure on this
Build
final
out your
walker.
one.
Even with the catch here on the Saya, this should be dead.
Yes, I think so. There's a couple of people waiting. But at least
Nice.
they went out with a paradoxical swap. Yeah, it's all pretty bad news.
This is best of 3, right? Yeah, it is.
Thought there was gonna be something in their favor. Oh, I was gonna say, you know, going back to the stew. Hey, could you carry us through this kind of deficit? I don't think so, but Spellslinger has been, you know, power spike on Celeste.
Be down,
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
like
just
yeah,
throwing
get in
things
Discord
out
at
there.
least
There's
and
only
talk with
so
us
many
on
ways you can
football.
say that a team is just really in a terrible
I love football
position.
season with
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, both
It's so
spots.
fun.
Hey, how about that?
It's quite surprising because taking advantage of Abraham's being spaced out. They're actually, to be fair, on the aggression here, at least in towards middle. Al coming on in, looking for.
Never been a
probably
fancy
John
guy?
taking
Bro,
spot.
you should
Now
join us,
King has come
Soren.
on in.
But my team would probably wait, except for the season Al did
John's
fancy
hiding.
Al teams, and I did very well on that. But my
Choosing to get
team
some
would
extra
probably
units
be the Fighting Possums.
Said gets a catch on a fish cake.
My
He doesn't
dad
have
coached a lot of
proper
soccer teams
animation.
and always
Could
says the
go for
name.
this Walker.
But I was thinking of taking him to my little brother's team.
Little bit
Your
of a
football chat are a
sign
bunch of
might
dickheads to you, though?
have led to
They can be.
death,
They
actually,
can be.
no.
They do. They hate that I'm a Chiefs fan, but when you're a winner, I get it. I get it.
As they were, and even getting a death slam here.
Listen,
Feels like
I
just
was
gonna
trying to
head
be
some
like,
off to whoever
the
we've
last couple
seen.
years,
A
I was
lot
really
of them
kind to
is
everyone
gonna be
about their
able to
football
pick
teams,
off
and I was down to have
tasks.
discussions, and then
This
I
is,
realized
well,
football
actually,
players
good
care
things
about their
also
team and
for
only
melee
their team,
creeps,
and they shit on
but
every
they
other
also
team,
don't
so I was
have
like, you know
one
what?
player
I'm going to
to
start
burn those flex
just
slots, and this
doing
might have
that
been
too with
a
the Chiefs.
very,
And I just bring up
very
Patrick Mahomes
brief shimmer
every
of
time
hope.
now,
It's
in
actually
every situation.
Ooh, Arzo.
You know? I try to like
Right
learn
away
other
from
teams
Ido.
and what everyone
And also the rest of the
enjoys, and I wanted to be a friendly, nice fantasy football player, and then I realized it's not the environment for it. You know? So, I'm out here being the Patrick Mahomes of Patrick Mahomes. It be what it be. We do what we do.
Delays some time to allow the backup to get here because he do charges straight on forward. Arzo gets the gut shot back into the wall.
Oh, do kills
Finds some
us.
Extra time. The Shining Wonder coming on through as well, and that's going to be a kill onto Arzo. The big
Nice
carry
burb.
for Abraham's here at 29,000.
Look at this movement. Look at this, dude.
Might have bitten off more than they can chew, and now they're in full retreat here. ZG.
Oh,
I gotta say, too,
not
is
quite
still
free
being
mog
very
movement.
Impressive,
Not
despite
quite.
being in an otherwise very abysmal game. They have stayed.
Is he done? He's gonna
well,
play this year?
like
Patrick
an easy game.
Mahomes?
They're actually they're able
He's
to
recovering
keep
from an
fights.
ACL
Taking out
tear.
Arzo is a fantastic
It's looking
find.
like he's
And
rehabbing
he
very well.
barely
I personally
survives.
think he should take a couple
Saya
months
down.
off.
We heard the call of the
And I'm sure my
mid-boss. That could be the next play here for Abraham, and
layman,
certainly if they get all the
plebeian
rejuice,
opinion
which
matters to him.
Melee creeps aren't really being able to do very much about it. Yeah, that's.
Oh, because you got shoot team like
that
retreat
might
nice
be
and aren't
the
taking
nail
a
in the
boomer break to
coffin.
let
See
someone
how it
else
goes.
soar, just like
Clearly,
Justin
melee
Fields.
creeps are
Yeah.
not out of this. Certainly not mentally. I mean, they're very much.
I
taking
think
the
like
opportunity
week
to
5,
find
week
them.
6 would be okay
let's
if
get
we're
to his
doing
flowers
all right
damage.
on the
What do you think of
stats,
the
maybe a
player
little bit
damage done
longer.
so far in this game? Maybe
But
we see do with some
Thing about
crazy
Patrick
numbers.
Mahomes and why
This
I
is
love
an
him so
indicator where
much
he's coming
is
at
like every game is so
33,000
important to
most
him.
in the game by far.
And you get
That's
that
close to
feeling, so I doubt they're going to be able to hold him back too long.
10K difference. So he's dude's trying everything.
When's Kelsey going to hang it up? Sooner than later. That man's getting old. I'm not going to lie. There was like a picture of him at a basketball tournament. My dude's getting hit with the case of the dad bod.
I would say melee creeps are definitely not out of this
He's
game.
ready for retirement, I think.
That dude is doing so well.
And this is some of what happened last weekend for certain.
I think he's going to be there as like an artificial like team leader.
Could bring back a 60K deficit. That's like really exaggerate. Right?
He's got a bad case of domestic life.
But
Yeah.
otherwise, maybe not
That
a great
marriage
game
weight,
for
it's
some of their
true.
teammates. They
It's
were
true,
the,
bro. It's hitting him.
They were the wall that made sure that things.
He's
didn't
just like us,
truly
chat. He's
spiral out of
35 too.
control. So then maybe the rest
Except for
of the
you
team
youngins that are in my
could
chat,
actually get a
you
couple of
zoomers.
key items.
It'll come
Or, you know,
eventually.
actually get the flex slot that the team needed to get a key item, and that could still happen.
Eventually,
here in
you're all
this
gonna
game, for
grunt when you
sure.
get up, and it's gonna be
Two
great.
Crab Leech right there, and continuing to take a fight. This is a very
Look at
scary
how good
Celeste.
Celeste is
And
against Victor.
Abrahams are certainly,
Like, Victor just can't do
acknowledging that
shit.
fact, but actually taking care of her, even with a couple of the characters they have. Dorman trying to CC her out, Yamato trying to actually lash onto her. We got some defense coming out. Ido helping, making sure that doesn't.
Nah,
become
me
super
is getting
big
as a
problem.
bean
Duke
pole.
is still alive, although maybe not
Enjoy
for
it while it
long.
lasts, all
As
right?
we have
One day you're gonna
Thunder
eat a
ult
Chipotle
out,
meal and you're
trying
like,
to
wait a
make sure
minute,
that
it's
they
going
got
straight to
it
my
will not
thighs.
somehow melee creeps. There we go. Somehow Melee Creeps was actually surviving despite a lot of the health bars going down, but finally people begin to fall. Do and Saya fall as together. There's only one of Abraham's that fell, and we do have mid-boss up, so this could lead to a mid-boss take. Although ours also just fell, the fight's not quite over.
That was the biggest kill to get here. Taking Do out of the equation. Follow-up shoulder charge, not going to connect. Or at least it looks like it did. Of course, their warp stone and dispel magic.
I kind of feel like Melee Creeps are in the position where they're starting to rely on their really good team fight, which is something they do excel at as a team. But they're so far behind and can't sustain as long that it's starting to become an issue. And the problem is they lost wave priority, so they clearly at that point were like, hey, let's commit. Our team fight is close going to be, we're only 20k down, maybe we can outplay them. And then Do was in a position to pop off against Victor, but Taz came in and had a really good doorman ult, which really broke down the entire fight there. And now it's just a free mid-boss, and I think Melee Creeps is too far behind now. I think it's done.
I expected that to be the response to a really fed Celeste. Just throw him in the Baroness.
Also, my god, Ranger on Rim?
Right.
I've seen him play Rim like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
and I don't think it is, dudes. I don't think it's it.
I mean, obviously, there's not going to be very much
they starve him so much.
So many Melee Creeps still out of this equation. Do is going to not be the one to
I'm kind of curious what the comms are, because I feel like he's not allowed to play Rim correctly.
No, still going to have to go down. Yeah. Not saying that if they had narrowly escaped the last 2 deaths, things would have, you know, suddenly turned around and we had our comeback, but you do wonder. Obviously, the emphasis taken out Do has worked out.
They've worked. I was hoping the player hero comms would carry, but Abraham's even on non-signature heroes are good enough to win on good drafts. Yeah, they fucked him up.
Well, the graph is, I don't know, it's a little in favor of Abraham.
Their macro play at 8 minutes, I think, straight up won this game, from what I saw.
I could say that, yeah. Slightly.
Oh yeah, they announced they're releasing another new chest for Space Marines 2. New class? Nice! I can't believe Space Marines 2 is still doing so well after its release. Just goes to show how good that game is.
Which I know you guys are very civilized in Twitch chat or YouTube chat, wherever you are chatting for us. But with the 2 rejuves in hand and the
you guys see that graph?
Abraham's knocking on the front door of the base.
Got him again, guys. It's like 1.15 by these days. See you later. Enjoy your game, Soren. Go win for us, okay? I expect updates.
Win a fight, and maybe Abraham's are going to respect this because at the end of the day, it's still a best of 3. You don't want to potentially throw in true Abraham style a big lead like this. Especially knowing that if you win this, you're into tomorrow. Like you're into.
I wish I played Space Marine 2. I thought the control spells were bad. I mean, I at first thought that as well, but then I changed my parry from X to my parry in Deadlock, and then I just kind of ran over the game. It felt really good at that point.
Take the urn.
But yeah, it is a little awkward.
I don't know if they'll find
especially if you go from the first one to Space Marines 2. It's so different.
So I think there's a lot of potential.
But once you get it down, the weight feels so impactful in that game.
Drawn out Melee Creeps. That is the hope here, and then the hope is obviously that Abraham's continue taking fantastic fights. Which even though 1 or 2 of them got a little, you know, okay, that's surprising. Melee Creeps could do very well.
Am I crazy? This stream like lags constantly. What's going on?
The exact same thing that happened here, but Melee Creeps, they're not just letting this go for free. They are
can't tell if my internet's bad or what.
There's a doorman ult. It's gonna be on Ido actually, so Do is still running around doing a bunch of damage.
Oh, Ido ain't gonna be running. Oh my god, wait, hold on.
This Twitch has been like that for the last week. Damn. I'm sorry, guys.
He looks so stupid. He eventually does get clipped out of the air, and Ido does fall. Again, another advantage here for Abrahams. At least together is low here for Melee Creep, so it is a start, and Dude's gonna be pressured. It's gonna be Sonya Sniper in his face, trying to heal up as much as he possibly can with the leech, but you just see the damage taking away the slice and
yeah, you're dumb, buddy.
Well, down 800 HP.
Wait, he's not done actually.
Being thrown on top of this, maybe enough to finish off Do. He's just trying to find the connection.
Burb.
There you go. Gets the kill.
Burb.
Plus 50 now on his Allen. Gets a double stun on top of that on John and Fish Cake, and the rest of it.
Dude, I'm so glad Great Talon's become meta. Great Talon is such a cool hero.
This should be game 1 in the books.
Yeah, I think this now can cement it, but very, very clearly Melee Creeps, they can make something work at times, but this just started off so poorly. You know, good on them for really showing what they can do, and especially, I mean, and it was another like highlight for Do. You saw kind of that last Do death.
Those Walmart LCD screens.
Melee Creeps were trying to go and help.
That's
right?
funny.
Like, pulled back to try and help Do as they were being chased back, but it got to be too much. And there are a lot
Bro,
of
how'd they get Walmart to give them money? That's nutty.
take them out of the equation. So Earn
Vindicta and Great Talk can eat a dick. Stupid flying bullshit. Get knocked down. What are you doing?
Seeing a lot of potential there for the hold as we're still waiting on
Great Talk, little skin retouch. Yeah. What really annoying? I don't mind his outfit. What I hate about Great Talon is his goddamn bow. It looks like a Nerf bow. I hate it. Give me a U-bow from RuneScape.
It's going to be falling off, and the lead is 60k now for Abrahams. I mean, it's at the point now for melee creeps that you just have to go for a Hail Mary play. Go for a straight push out of your own base. You can't defend your base anymore. You have to hope to pick off someone of Abraham's out of position. But you can see Sonic Sniper on the minimap going to be boosting on forward. Down
everyone knows it's Nerf or nothing. True. True. I build my character left to right, and I don't change for nothing.
This is game one done and dusted.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get my lunch chat. This game is over.
Too far gone. And
agreed? I'm gonna get some lunch. I'll be right back.
Actually get that final patron. And melee creeps, they didn't just fumble and let this one go. They fought on, but now would be the time to go ahead and say, how can we make sure that this doesn't happen again? This really just abysmal position we found ourselves in before we got some things working for us. How do we make sure that does not happen? For Abrahams, they come swinging out of game one against melee creeps, a rematch from just 7 days ago. And they say, yeah, we're still pretty darn good. And hey, maybe EU is best. But it is a best of 3, so that isn't concrete yet.
However, I will come along and say, yes, fantastic. We have Abrahams with the 1-0 victory. We might not have Walmart in EU, but all the EMEA boys, they're sweeping the shelves. They're taking the Twizzlers, the Sour Patch Kids, the Twinkies. They're American, right, Jason?
Twinkies don't exist anymore. They stopped production of them.
No way! Oh, I've been fumbled. Oh, that's ridiculous. Just like Jason fumbled summoning ZP at least 12 times in that game. No. I summoned the monster.
I mean, I'm still here. I don't know what you want me to say. Mirage lost.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted you to say. That's 3-20. Mirage is in the dumpster. If Puckett was here, you'd hate him just as much. But I mean, the thing is, like, Abrahams played this game extremely well the entire time. There was no point, as we saw the soul graph there, Claris, that they ever were not in the lead.
Yeah. There was a moment where it was around like 130,000 souls here for Abrahams, where I thought, hey, melee creeps, they're taking a few good fights here, ZG, to try and bring them back in it. But Abraham's stalwart stayed strong, continued to support, and continued to dominate here.
Yeah, when Together in Empty Dreams, we're doing it, you know, in the early to mid game, I suppose you could say. They were like, okay, that's covered. 2 characters, they're obviously going to continue to be very helpful. And then kind of like almost as you know, a little bit more of a ninja pop-up, like, okay, also the Venator. Arzo is as rich as you would want them to be, continue to be as rich as I wanted them to be, and obviously is always going to provide that DPS and just get stronger and stronger as the game went on. Only to really be matched by Do, who was doing another fantastic job on Celeste, but you know, I think Abrahams probably came in here expecting that. You know, the more that I watched this game, the more that I was very convinced of that, and I saw the draft maybe could compensate for it as well. They weren't as concerned, whereas some of the other teams from last week started to learn, like, hey, let's like not give them Celeste. Abrahams were like, no, that's totally fine, and they did a good job, but we still shut them down.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, the Celeste first pick here, because the prio on that feels like technically they give away a little bit in the draft. I was kind of theorizing here between the games. I'm thinking, where else can John go if it's not the Mirage? And obviously, you saw Abrahams very much prioritize the Venator to make sure, I suppose, that he didn't end up on that. So maybe that's the adjustment in the next draft. What do you think, Jason?
Well, I mean, I gotta not say what I wanted to say. Yeah, sure. That's the adaptation. I really wanted to go a different route there that we talked about in Discord, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you necessarily need John on a comfortable hero to win games though. Like they've shown, he doesn't necessarily have to play an M1 hero for them to take matches. I think. I don't know, I'm trying to think, like, what did Abrahams do specifically that shut down melee creeps? And I can, for the life of me, not think of anything in particular. I think Arzo just didn't die, which was important looking back at the last game with OC's, with Leviathan up against Loki W. OC's got punished quite heavily on the Venator. Arzo didn't. Empty Dreams didn't get stacked super high when it came to souls early on, but he got to a point where he could 1v1 John with relative ease and force him back to base. You have something you want to say there, though, Claris, I can see.
I think you're hitting it right, because I think to myself, for the previous game we just watched, very much earn control, like that was very clean cut. That's how they won the game. For Abraham's melee creeps here, it looked like a very normal, really non-earn centric game here. ZG.
Okay, streamer's back. I got my calzone.
Out on a lot of these fights, so a lot of space control and like.
All right, let's see how this draft goes.
Where you've got bells down, you've got all of this going on. It's not easy to be able to get in there, but they'd already killed them off before they even went.
Oh, I forgot water. Don't you hate it when you don't have water, bro?
I felt like it wasn't as earn focused as we expected because it was already not over, but it was already very favorite by the time earn actually became more of the central issue, right? It was only Do who was really keeping up even at that 12-minute earn, where everyone else, I mean, I guess we maybe should have checked like deaths and how much that was getting quickly imbalanced.
I am convinced melee creeps should not be running
to not
rim.
Be as rich, but that could have been an issue. It really felt like, well,
their
one of
rim
the
is
lanes,
just not doing it.
Obviously go one or the other, as far as like, the Guardian fell, so they won the lane, but it did all go to Abraham. So you looked at the calculations on the screen and you're like, okay, it's even, but oh, okay, here's how the souls are being allocated. Oh, okay, I see how this is going to go. And that happened very early on in the game.
Yeah. And I had a theory that it was very much so. As we take a look at the numbers here, and
my God,
this is
he's like literally playing rim.
The fact that Abrahams was able
as
to
just
get
like a disabler into a healer
here in this game compared to.
But I would rather a Page at that point, you know what I'm saying?
The item economy, they just didn't have anything to work with.
Or hell, a Haze.
What Abrams was bringing.
You keep it the same items and still be effective.
Did melee creeps get any of the walkers down? Did they have any flex?
I don't know. I kind of feel like I kind of feel like Rim isn't
maybe they had the money, but they didn't have the ability to actually use
really being played to his full potential.
Also, like
in a lot of these matchups,
49,000 damage is.
I think you need to let him be a little bit more loose.
In a losing position, since
you can't be rigid with that character.
Always behind when it came to souls. What's also impressive though, Empty Dreams 9-0-7 team. Didn't have much pressure on him. Cosmetical definitely had a different game. Thinking back to the Loki W versus Leviathan match, he ended up squeaking by with most damage in the match at 50k. But
he needs melee more? No. For real, I love melee Rim, but you can build him other ways too, like.
He was deadly.
It's just like they're using him as like a disabler, which is effectively putting our teams into a 5v6 and going just like healing booster and healing tempo, providing a wave of healing for both Victor and whoever is their front line, and that's it. And it's like at that point, why not build Page, who gives off a shield, have CC, and all those squishy.
It was the first earn.
Can use all her abilities and she's been effective, right? Or Viscous? Yeah, Viscous would be like way better.
Could be really bad, wasn't it? And yeah, I think
it's like the way they're playing Rim is just
might have been very good.
It's like, hey, keep these people alive and don't die. And it's like, bro, there are other heroes that are better for that.
And it did for melee creeps. There is unfortunately no ability for them to kind of shut down maybe characters they would really need to, like I pointed out, like Together Empty Dreams, they're on fire for a lot of the early to mid game, and then Arza was always going to come up behind that. And then I'm not mentioning Tass always being able to take someone out of the equation on Doorman, provide that mobility. Saint on Abrams always.
Every time I see a Rim in a team, they lose. No, you don't. Right? Not on my stream.
Everything. They only died once,
my Rim's insane.
Actually, and whatever
you can't deny that.
Come out with that influence some of the battles too.
The only time I die is if my teammates abandon me.
Team was able to do what it felt like they wanted to do in a game of Deadlock, and it was the complete opposite on the side of melee creeps, except for Doom.
Yeah. Any final thoughts before we wrap up this match, Jason?
Bro, the other day I was.
No, nothing on this match though. I know there's.
The other day I was playing Rim. And I stole away 4 centers, and my Moe and Curl ran to me, and so I jumped on him,
You want to take a look
and then he kept running into the opposing team underneath the walker and fucking killed me. I was so mad I deleted the video, because I was recording a melee Rim video, and he took all 4 of my centers and ran to the opposing side. I should have jumped off him. I was like confused, like what are we doing? And I didn't jump off in time, and he took me to the opposing team's walkers and we just died. Sometimes Rim just gets fucked by your team's decisions.
We guess would not get in the next match.
That's gross.
Probably just
in pro matchups you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of a.
Yeah, we're talking about Arctic. Sorry, yeah, 18 deathless. I mean, not the only deathless, but still 18.
I can't think of a situation where I saw Rim like pop off in pro play. You're not wrong.
He's got the ability to be able to rule some of these lobbies, Jason. If you give him room, give him chance, and with a Shiv like this. That is terrifying. I don't want to.
Oh, is this a different lobby? Oh, there's a Rim. Hey, they're showing a rim that won. Look how different the build is.
I'm happy to see it.
It's Arcane Sage, Cold Front,
since we've had BWC,
Alchemist Fire,
Bunny with Clock,
Echo
on
Shard.
Night Shift, and
This is a
it's so
full,
cool to see them
like,
having some success here, showing that
damage
what they've been doing has been preparing
and
practicing and getting ready
sticky
to go.
rim.
Taking an FPS Lounge would be massive.
That was sick.
To also break
Look how
through
different that build
further
is.
on in the
That's how
event.
you should be
Actually,
playing rim.
Double check really quick. Can you actually maybe just see the brackets? Because I don't remember.
Add them in
where
for
they are in
DPS
their
or
bracket.
give you
Are
more
they in the
utility.
winners match or are they in the losers match? I
But
think
not
that's
like
gonna
an
be
active
interesting
item
to
bot.
determine how these games have played out. I have to like look at my own little bracket here really quickly.
Let's take a look.
Trying to pull it up.
Oh, so it's losers actually because they lost this one. So loser of this series is going to be out. So Burn the Clock right now is potentially, is one game away from moving.
Also
on to
won
the
one death.
decider match of Group A.
At the same time,
I think Rim is kind of similar to Billy,
lead against Get Candy
where
down at the
you're either
bottom.
gonna do well or you're gonna die a
1-0
lot.
Against Floorman.
For sure.
Is the prophecy of EU looking good here on North
But yeah,
American
being able to
soil,
fight people
ZG?
off of you, I think is very imperative to Rim. Like if you're using activatables that do no damage or anything, like people aren't gonna peel off of you, so you can't peel for yourself and you can't peel for your teammates.
No, I mean it's not quite over yet. I'm supposed to take the stance as you guys, well, both of you are basically European, I suppose. But for the NA people over here, okay. But yeah, NA's not out yet, guys. Like we're gonna rally forth, do what NA does, I suppose, and come swing in from behind. It's fine.
I love how we are truly not a Brit that
We're
got
actually
Brexited
not,
and the
but it's
American
so-
that lives in Italy.
It's close enough. Like whatever.
Wait, does Zombie live in Italy?
Don't worry. NA's time will come when we have,
I didn't know
our
that.
Night Shift open and it's an EU, and then they come play on EU ping, and then they have.
Why'd you live in
3 teams
Italy?
About to make it into.
Yeah.
That's
next
crazy.
stage of the tournament. But what's also important to note, right? In these winter matches, if you win this series, so right now Abrahams are one game away. You're immediately into tomorrow, and you're immediately in the money. Third, fourth place is $1,500. So if you just make it tomorrow, you win $1,500. If you win a match tomorrow in the semifinals, you immediately go to 3K as a minimum. And if you win the finals, you get 6,000. So 1K per player. I mean, right now, Abrahams have to be feeling good. I mean, they're almost in the money, which would be amazing to see considering, again, they're playing from EU, man. They're playing in an NA event.
Straight on in, but there is a war as a world where we get the salty run back, and hey, it might look good for EU right now, and if they win these series, it might continue to look good, but there's always the chance that North America is able to bring it back. Hell, even in these series as well. So what we'll do is we'll go to a break here for the Night Shift Open, and when we return, it's going to be game number 2 here between Melee Creeps and Abrams.
Oh my god. Metro is such a lightning rod in chat. Why is Metro beefing with Twitch chatters? I need to watch that guy's stream because I need to figure out what's going on. Why is it so toxic? I heard this chat was full of winners. Type 7 if you a winner. Let's see if that works here. I don't know. Metro Aimon worth arguing with. He's the loudest B tier deadlock content creator. Oh my god. Can I be the Metro of deadlock? Bro, no one types numbers anymore in Twitch chats. I'm off the meta. Is Metro streaming right now? I would have typed 7. I want to see.
Stay fuck up less this time. In fairness, there is no audio here.
Wait,
Lightbringer
he's
display is
typing in Twitch chat and watching Dras?
so. Wait, who's Hidden King? I don't know which team is who. Without any bias. Let me look at the teams. I think Hidden King wins. Without any bias.
Interesting. Interesting. Food done. I'm happy. What do we got? 2 minutes? What do we do for 2 minutes, chat? What's the play? I can't queue up for a game of Deadlock. Shit's 40 minutes. Get a Deadlock gaming cures. I was gonna play some Deadlock, but this tournament, I thought this tournament was starting at like 1 o'clock today, but it started at 10. Watch Moon's Deadlock. Alright, let's see how Moon's Deadlock is going. Oh god, he's playing Pocket? Why does he look so sweaty? Wait, Moon's playing fucking Pocket? That's crazy.
That was just voice lines in game. It's not one of those games like Han where they have voice lines for everything. They just have music in this game.
They have voice lines for everything. What is he talking about? Why does he say that so confidently? What is he talking about?
Souls.
What do you mean there's no voice lines in this game?
Boxes, no.
Why did he say that so confidently?
Good. Let me grab
He's factually wrong.
Boundless Spirit. Arctic Blast will be really good, and then we'll go Boundless Spirit.
Boundless Spirit would be really nice because you have Spirit Burn. You want the two to synergize for big pop damage.
I hit 4 people with my ult.
Pocket is really hard to play, to be
That might
fair.
not be enough.
Pocket is really hard to play, to be fair.
I'll walk away. One died. Oh god. I think we're losing this one, boys. Oh. I mean, some of them are low, but they'll have enough time to go back to base and come right back.
Give him words of encouragement. I have no interest. For some reason, whenever I'm better at a game than Moon, like, he just does not listen to me at all. Like, I don't know.
I guess they're not pushing?
Like, I can literally, when I'm telling him something to help him, I can hear his brain turn off.
I think I heard it.
And it really frustrates me, so I just don't engage anymore. You listen to anyone? I mean, okay, maybe that's fair. It's not personal. It's not personal.
I can't even.
You want a PvP home game? Nice, Eric. It's fun, right?
Too many.
It's a slow burn, but it's fun. He needs to get rid of his Cult of Sacrifice here and buy for a late game item. This is your thing to get rid of because you're farmed up. You're past your full build. You don't need this anymore.
Almost everyone's up.
This is a farming item.
Bro.
See, that's why Pocket's hard. He gets stuck on things. Affliction should be one of your main openers. Because you want to pop in, pop out, and then come in and assassinate afterwards. It shouldn't be a last use thing. And you want to hit on like 2 to 3 people, namely their main tanks. Or their carry.
I hit 4 people with my ultimate.
That's pretty good. Oh! Trench coat away. That's actually pretty solid.
All right, welcome back to the Night Shift Open.
The fuck is everybody?
At the moment.
He's doing okay. I'm so curious.
I have no idea.
But
Earlier. Fuck. He's doing something that like stops my mobility.
it's his cage. It is his
I don't know if that's just
cage.
an ability or if it's an item. Bro,
It's his
there's
cage.
so
His
many
3
noises.
silences you when it has 5 points in it.
This guy's trying to go.
I recommend counterspell to beat it or get good at dash
He's
jumping.
gonna end it.
I see though.
Yeah.
We'll see if he
Yeah,
reads
why else
this.
would he not join
see
our
that.
team to go do that? Like, he obviously has a plan.
Watching the plan. Interesting.
Good job, everyone.
Quite the fight.
Ah, fuck. Alright, well, nice tries, bud. I'm gonna see what we went, Mr. Fucking we haven't won a game.
We may have won once.
Did Turk make a new Smurf account?
Okay,
Maybe. I don't
okay.
think I won a single Mo and Krill game. I'm pretty sure we lost that game. You said that we won.
Okay,
Let's look.
looking.
Let's look.
Pocket's a really hard character to pick up.
When did
I would
this-
not recommend picking up Pocket.
Is this with you?
He needs so much game knowledge.
It is.
Your farming has to be out of this world.
Escape and then click your profile. Okay, those are when you were. I think my first game was Graves. Yeah, okay. So we won our first game. We won our second game. We lost our third game. We won our fourth game. We lost our fifth and sixth game.
It's a lot of red.
So we
Been
went
there.
3-3 with that loss.
Why'd he go
We were
Pocket?
literally positive for the day before this game. Now we're even. So I don't know what's going on with your brain.
I mean, it just felt like we lost every game. I don't know.
Okay, we did not though. We
Yeah.
literally won almost every
To be
game.
fair, the losses in Deadlock do feel rough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can dash jump.
We went even.
I keep trying to press my other
Which is still
mobility
fun.
buttons.
I mean, you're learning. You punched above your weight today. I'm serious. I'm not just fucking glazing.
Yeah,
you, so you'll
I know. It
stick
just
with the game or whatever.
there's only so much shit I can eat, and I need a break.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
not
sure,
like
that's fine.
this isn't a retire Deadlock situation. I'm just saying like I've been playing for
Yeah,
5 hours now.
uninstall?
No,
Yeah,
it'll
that's
stay
fine,
installed.
that's
I would think that like a day or two of me just playing people who are actually not,
Tell me you catch him next
500
Wednesday. No. Moon and I are like oil and water.
It's up to melee creeps to do.
We're good
something
in
a little
groups, but
different.
playing together doesn't
'Cause
work.
If you do see Venator come in, it's like, okay, what can we put?
I think we
John
both
on
have egos in
that is
different
gonna be
directions.
Able to carry
My
games
ego's
a lot more
correct, though.
easily. I mean, times
It
we
just-
saw
it just
maybe-
won't work.
maybe Lash wasn't the
It'll
player. I mean,
implode
it's
after
hard
2
to-
games, I bet.
I don't want to criticize Ido, and it's hard to really like criticize someone when the game wasn't really going your way since the start. Like obviously, Ido will die.
Celeste
a lot
first
when
pick
it comes
again.
to Lash
They seem to
and
really
plays
like
top
it. I mean, Celeste is good and
but
Dude's really good.
Will the Lash be viable here? I think
Damn,
it
it's
still
not Friday.
has
Trick, we can't be toxic? That wasn't toxic. I don't think anything I just said was toxic. It's just a fact.
For the earn instead of fighting for the turn in. But let's see.
It's just a fact.
It's pretty much yeah, same pick.
It's the same.
Same.
For some reason, when it comes to video games, Moon and I go in different directions.
Even what Lash was trying to do, in those
And
moments,
I don't know
it just
why we
didn't
can't
connect
bridge
on
the
each
gap.
time, and it really didn't
We can't.
be
We just
able to
can't. I don't know what it is.
They weren't able to capitalize on any of it.
I can with Turk pretty well. I can with like Walter pretty well,
That's
but
right,
Moon and I
Nintendo
like
came
just
out
have
and,
completely different opinions on how to play games.
Yeah, just to reiterate, I didn't. It was like it was terrible.
It's the
draft
same
where someone
comp.
being like,
Typically,
well,
if you're
obviously
running the
going
same
to
comp,
lose,
you think
did
you
not
fucked
work
up
out for
somewhere
them.
and want to
So
fix it.
seeing the
They might change their support
deja
though.
vu here does not
We'll see.
feel good for melee creeps.
Your ego is
as we
bigger.
get the same pan too. They don't
Yeah,
really
fair.
raise your
Yeah.
ID,
Yeah.
'cause it's
Maybe
not
maybe
working
have a
for
bigger
them,
ego.
100%.
I think you bring up a really good point in that they believe maybe it was just an execution error, right? Like
be.
falling behind and not being able to find your way back in. They might see great confidence with this, Jason.
Hear me
Those
out,
bands.
okay? If you're gonna fall behind, and you know it's probably gonna happen, you know what? The probably smartest play you can make actually is buy 6 golden eggs, and then you can sit on them.
Ooh, yeah,
and you pop
okay.
them late into the game, and then you'll get like a big, a potential big catch up, and a lot of
I
golden
like that.
statue buffs. It's they throw at me. I mean, they're just getting everything the same here. Are we see Shiv taken away? Maybe. I think it's you have
Melee
Doom for
creeps
Shiv,
whenever they pick up
and you also
Bebop.
play Shiv.
Serpico's analysis, ladies and gentlemen. We got it again.
I feel like, yeah, we've
We
just
got
had
it
this.
again.
This is a repeat.
We're
I'm
in.
very confused.
If
I
melee
like
creeps
it.
go for the exact same picks, then okay. So they give John.
Okay.
Well, maybe John Bebop, probably John Bebop. If they're gonna go the same picks, then they have the confidence that.
Serpico's analysis,
what went
ladies
wrong,
and
and are confident they
gentlemen!
can alleviate that.
Oh
second
my
time around. But there is
God!
some sort of switch up here. I mean, Bebop does provide you some extra pick. Also, I'm being informed. So the actual
Damn,
percentages
dude.
we're seeing here, like
Get
the
him on the
picks,
mic.
They're actually being taken from all the matches.
What are we
happening
doing?
in
Why am I the
today.
streamer?
So, like,
Serpico
for
should be the
example,
streamer.
4-1. We've only seen her once, and it was a win, but she's also won in 3 other games and lost in 1 other game from all the other matches that are still going on.
I mean, you say picks for a Bebop, but this is just very pick heavy, very isolationist heavy, right? Bebop in, Paradox in, Yamato's going to try and look and hunt down some like backlines and things like that. But now the change of Victor coming in for Abrahams. So there's, in my opinion, a bit of control there for the team fights.
My girlfriend's gone tomorrow, chat.
Yeah,
So I'm going to
I
cook a
think for
lot of
sure,
videos,
you're
hopefully.
looking for the last pick from Abrahams.
I got to record some Hom.
Kind of pushed off a little bit. Then for melee creeps,
And then I want to get my Mina video down. Mina's like actually kind of hard. I feel like Mina's kind of weak in this meta.
So it's that or Kelvin, or I mean, Viscous has been played.
I get Rem's
Annoying,
like,
to be fair, but I think
quite
she's
strong
weak.
right now. But I am also not a fan of seeing your support player.
I hate
have to be a
Rangers.
Support hero.
GG.
'Cause Saint
I'm
is
not a
support
fan
player
of
for Abrahams, but
Ranger
He's gonna be on
Rim.
Abrahams twice now, and he's kind of shown. I think we've seen it a lot in the successful.
GG.
There you go. In
GG.
all successful teams we've seen, like Loki W, for instance, Obi Kim.
Pants will
is
stream
their
tomorrow?
support
I
player,
might if I'm
but he
feeling
can
like
play,
it, but it
the
is my
Kelvins
day
right
off,
now.
we'll
It's just
see.
like the Rems right now. He's actually playing more towards like a pick, and a lot of compositions are moving away from these typical support heroes you would see.
I would like to watch a
Even though I
YouTube
still say
video where
Rem
Trick is
like,
playing, but
insane
Serpico is
strength.
casting, a bit like a director's commentary film.
Yeah, it's you know, I
I'd
don't
be
wanna
down.
disagree. It just, you know, the stats are currently disagreeing. Rem is not showing up apparently for any of the games that are happening, even the ones.
We'll call it the
on
average deadlock
broadcast.
player, and they come
you
in and
know,
give commentary on my
mentioned this, that there had
gameplay.
been kind of last weekend as well, a bit of a concentrated ban on Ranger because they don't seem to have a super deep pool. They played Ivy a lot, and it just kind of was like, well, this also could be just a good idea. Like we can see how Ivy would work in.
I
the current
really
meta.
don't like his Rim
And then they
gameplay.
started to ban that out because they're like, okay, no, Ivy is annoying, but also what can Ranger come with? And I guess it was Rem last weekend too. But yeah, I think you do. This might be a weakness right now of melee creeps that wasn't quite exploitable last week, as it turned out fine for them, but is now is another part that they have to consider is maybe a little bit weak. I don't mean to be mean to Range or anything, but I think Jason already brought up some good points.
Don't
and
mean to be
Rem is not
mean.
performing, so it is kind of concerning to see it's limited here to if not support, even maybe more to two characters.
I have similar concerns to the last draft. I feel like the Abrahams have assembled the Avengers, and then Melee Creeps have assembled that like run back Avengers that nobody really watched, and it's like I don't know how this is.
Oh my God, Twitch, stop dying! What is?
That's the one. I couldn't even remember the name.
BG Papa sent. Heard you were talking shit, so I came here to set their court straight. You are the problem. The thing where his disconnect is on having a brain. I'm constantly learning and evolving my playstyle and skills. You sit there always picking the worst characters, the worst skills, and then be like, have you seen my Murky, though, bro? Do you know how much I actually resist my natural impulse to correct everything you do? It's a full BP job. Also, have you heard about Marvel Rivals Rule 34 thing? It's hot.
You're so funny, BG Papa. Everyone laughed.
Here, Jason.
Everyone
Maybe
did.
The Bebop and some of them hyper beams.
I have to say this again just one more time because I cannot give enough praise, but I swear we have the best production crew in the world. Little things that maybe you guys don't notice, but I notice. And I'm getting, to you, Solomon Low.
I felt creative today.
Is that
Cooking.
they put a white outline around the Melee Creeps logo so it stands out more against a dark background. Our production crew is like top notch, 100%.
I was gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, but they have nothing around Abrahams.
But
I think the white outline is already by Melee
I
Creeps.
mean, in all seriousness, this actually also just makes Deadlock such an easier game to
I
watch.
did that, by the
for
way?
spectators,
Nice, okay.
Right? Like, I know a lot of people are always asking other,
Where's
streams
the black
basically,
outline
like, oh,
around
could you get,
Abrahams?
an overlay, and it's like, no, not right now. Sorry, the best one's right here.
When I see other events not have like names above the profile, like the pictures up top, I feel so bad for them because as a caster, it is it's not impossible, but it's very difficult to remember at all times who's on who, and then being able to like bring that into your casting. Because your casting, you don't want to say, GT kills Lash. You want to be able to say Empty Dreams kills Ido because you want to refer to the player, not the hero necessarily. But anyways, enough giving them their roses, their flowers. They've had quite a bit today. Also, big shout out to Killinger, a part of our admin team, making sure the whole qualifiers went well and smooth, and of course today as well.
The deja vu continues. John, critical health early on in the game. Pointed out in the Mirage, but we don't have a Mirage tracker this time. I really do hope that it's not going to turn out. And I think we do have the change up with Yamato and Bebop now in the lineup for melee creeps, but I think you might have been onto something too, where they recognize some execution problems that could be fixed for some other players. You know,
Look at Ranger.
Ido has a better
embodied.
game, and well, maybe
Oh
Two
my
has a
God,
pretty similar
Ranger.
game, I shall say, because they did perform very well. But Ranger is going to be the first to fall.
Unlucky for Ranger,
Is
bro.
there a rule maybe melee creeps just want to run it back through the decider match? Maybe that's why. Maybe they want to meet up against FPS Lounge or Bird with Clock, potentially. Nah,
I think that's an
they want to win here.
incredibly dangerous play.
Of course, yeah.
Got that ass rimmed. Please don't put that in my brain. I'll see that during commentary.
I'm really afraid that the kind of end result is
And then I'll get
going to be
banned.
the summary that we gave,
I won't be able to
which
see
is that
nipples.
Melee creeps just never got their characters to be able to play their game aside from Do. And I'm thinking specifically about this Yamato. Like Bebop, you know, they can help out with a good hook, it feels like, at any time, anywhere, sure. But the Yamato is the one that's kind of been very much feast or famine in these games, in the qualifiers, where if they were bad, even actually in the stats of the other game that we pulled up with the ship was amazing. The Yamato had gone 1-13 or 14, I think. And it feels like Yamato is, you know, very difficult to play against right now for a lot of us out there. But this top tier gameplay, if they're going to be suppressed, like melee creeps as a whole was suppressed last game, like it's just going to be very similar to last game with a different character.
I think for us, looking at melee creeps in particular, obviously
Look at that harass, bro.
0-1 so far in the series. The pressure is definitely on them, and I think one big person we're looking at for sure is going to be John, as we've been talking about here on the Bebop, and being informed by ZP that apparently we haven't seen him on Bebop in night shift since the week after the Trolley Open, which it feels like was forever ago. I couldn't even tell you the date. It was definitely last year, 100%. So at least 5 months. But melee creeps, I mean, I think
that was some clean movement.
If you guys don't remember the lore about him, he was known as like the best Bebop player in NA, and people gave him so much respect. And then we obviously criticized a lot about John of like, can he play things other than Bebop? And we saw his Warden, eventually saw him, you know, throw into some other heroes as well, and he shows he wasn't a one-trick pony. But they're gonna need to rely on him to have a good game here, I would say, to have the presence.
I wonder how long ago that was,
because
because like everything that's from John, he's been very consistent on many characters.
Right, we talk about Mirage and how
His Venator is a favorite for me.
When it came to Urns, Hyper Beam is gonna help you potentially turn the tides when it comes to Urn, though we did see Listic tank it up quite a bit in the Hyper Beam in their game versus Leviathan.
Exactly what I was going to bring up. Just thinking about that Victor being like, yeah, I don't really care.
Oh, fish cake dead.
Totally
Oh my God, that's a lot of knives.
4 knives, 5 knives.
Is he gonna die? That's a lot of knives. Yeah, dude.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ.
You know, it's like the that like circus show act where the guy blindfolds himself.
I don't know how the
and
knives
throws
work, but
knives
I
on
will
his
not
board
allow
with
more
the
than
person
3
standing
knives on me.
It's just the bad version of it, I guess.
And if I ever get more than 3 knives on me, I'm dispel matching. I'm buying that the next item immediately.
Yeah, it's a terrible version of that one.
5 knives hurt, bro.
Like that's you get, you know, shivved once by Shiv, right? And you're like, he was lucky, and then there's like 5 come through, and you're like, oh, okay, that wasn't luck. This is actually really scary. But looking for some revenge. Hey, maybe Sonya a little low on that health, and Fishkick obviously rising very fast, still very early on in the game. Thought they could rush him. Might still be. Oh, yeah. Got ourselves a death slam.
I mean, it was good. Okay, it didn't have to make kills. I was gonna say it was good, but there wasn't really much off the back of that. They do take down together. Keeping him in check on Victor is very important. They do obviously want to rush down this kill in Empty Dreams. He did not die in the first match of the series, and he will not die right now at 14 HP. Looks like he will get away to safety back towards his own base. Opening round, Swift Striker coming up next, and does leave Sonya alone to defend in mid.
There goes Rim again.
Looks
like he got his ass rimmed.
And also a Guardian on this left-hand side. This Abrams and Doorman combo has been pretty damn successful here for Abraham.
Yeah. I mean, good use of the faster ults coming out on the side of that lane for Abrams. And now we have an Owl that is no doubt looking for Saya. Do they have any idea?
Did Grandma get buffed? Rain of Arrows did, yes. She has slow, or he has slows now on his one.
Be used on Celeste.
And then I think he got a little bit of weapon damage upgrade as well. But on top of that, the meta's been changing, and the Urn fight happening consistently makes the trap a little bit more reliable in team fights, because you can put it on the ground underneath the bridge. And the trap curses folks, right? So having a curse on a cooldown in your kit naturally makes Great Talon very strong. Great Talon's always been on the edge of being good,
especially taking the
But
5 knives to Fishcake's back.
I
Just
honestly
killing
think
that
what
middle
held
lane.
Great Talent back a
kills,
majority of the
save packs,
time was that
rotate
Great
over.
Talent's not a hot girl.
In from this left
I'm
lane
not
towards
kidding.
middle, he's being a little
Most
bit
of the carries in
sneaky,
this
maybe
game
looking
are just
for a
hot
charge, but
girls.
he's actually not being sneaky, he's in the lane.
And
He's-
Great
he's
Talent just like
visible.
is not appealing to
Just
look
the
at, so I
blue
think
button,
people
just
don't play
gonna
it.
get the
I'm not
charge
even
over
kidding.
on
I think that's
Fishcake
legitimately an
and back
issue.
towards his own Guardian.
Of course, there are some other
Yeah,
things where it's like you're a flyer, you need to interrupt, you can't use counterspell while you're up in the air, things like that. But
turn the tide a little bit. Of course, it dissipates pretty quickly.
you like
so be
compare
careful.
Great Talent to Mina and Celeste. And you're chilling. Shiv's a hot girl. Shiv's not a carry. Shiv is a sustain asshole that will wear you down. He's like in a weird form, like a bruiser in Deadlock, with incredible movement tech. But you're not gonna like left click on people with Shiv.
And that is
No one wants to play as the ugly old
pretty
man.
devastating at
Did that
this
one hurt
point.
you,
I mean, there's
Serpico?
only one Guardian left, so a lot of the money is
Fucking
gonna be
truth
tied to
bombs
that.
here.
But back to the 6K, 7 minutes in, and they're rotating for the last Guardian as well, looking for maybe even kill under Ranger. I'm a little bit worried here for melee creeps if Abrams continue this pace and Ranger is just trying to escape. Seismic Impact is up and ready to go if he wants to use it. Wants to try to lock down the kill without it. Looks like Ranger will live and survive for another fight.
Dude, I'm so excited. Next Friday, chat.
That lead is continuing to
We got
go.
a bunch of games being released. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I mean,
Too real. Feels bad, man.
Didn't expect it to be that big. It didn't feel like things were going terribly as we have
Burp.
an owl fouling the fish cake. And also Saya was very low, so it does get taken out too. But clearly, you know, the gap is actually widened since I brought that up to 8K. Like, this is a bit of deja vu. Abraham's doing just a wonderful job.
Melee creeps a bad comp again.
Being so aggressive.
I don't know,
being able to
man.
find
I don't
everything
know
out,
what
and
they're
then obviously taking
doing.
down the objectives. And I'm not sure we've actually.
Kaplan brought up that like maybe they're throwing
it
to be in the losers bracket.
All of his hooks, but
I'm not sure,
okay
dude.
on Souls,
I
hasn't
am not a
really been able
Ranger Rim fan. I hate his Rim gameplay
So they lost
so
the Guardian,
much.
I would say like relatively early. But
Why
they-
do
they
that
took
though?
the butts into
I
his own.
feel like you have a better
On the left
matchup in the
side,
loser
he
bracket, so you
wants
can
to
like place higher in the money.
9,000 souls, so they're
But I don't think it's a valid strategy. I don't think it's real.
As much as possible. Problem is the game even potentially could be over at that point. He wins the 1v1 against Empty Dreams, which is quite massive actually. Puts him at 8K. And the potential to take a Guardian on top of this. But Abrahams continues to strike back.
Like
They
last
turn it
week
around,
when
pick
he
up
was
6K
inting
and
on
IO.
Rim, it was
Maybe
kind
they
of
can
like
take down
strategically
Saints and fall to
valuable
Saya, so not too bad of a
because
trade here.
you were able to get the comeback earn, and of course they showcase that later on. But like,
turn this one around and potentially into more here with another catch on to
he hasn't stopped the inting.
They're not out just yet. They're showing they still have a lot
He's doing
to
some
prove.
weird ass shit, bro.
That just quickly turned around. Still have a matchup on the Souls, but certainly showing a lot of life right there. And the excellent point started off with John.
Melee
being
creeps
outside
dropped
lane up
Scout
against
for
Empty
him,
Dreams,
right?
Able to take them out and not just take down Empty Dreams, who did such a wonderful job in early mid-game last game.
Like,
but
he's
then
been pretty
also
good on
obviously
Ivy, but
benefit
I
from
haven't seen him do
themselves and
much
continue
to be worth
get
getting picked
rich. And
up.
We saw a little bit of that action from Celeste and company, I suppose, but was able to make sure that
Bebop's
we
legs are
chased
only
down
so strong.
some of those
That's right.
kills, which it didn't feel
John
like
John
it was
carry.
available to them
Ooh.
as much last game, but again, that last game got decided very quickly. And I suppose it's still somewhat similar to the last game in that the real point of being, being convinced that Abrahams was, let's say, on the track to win this was that first earn fight that did not go well for melee creeps, which we're not at yet. 2 more minutes to go for that.
Did that? Wait.
That was weird.
Ranger
Yeah, they have
stole that gun buff.
Ranger just like
yes.
rushing
I thought Sai was
DK
going for it,
or
but
not DK,
Ranger
Decay,
of all
Decay, and then he
Okay.
moves into like a counter for whatever
Interesting.
carry he is. He's
Yeah,
just an
you know,
active
obviously,
bot
like,
on Rim.
The target you want to give it to, for sure, but
It's
I
really
guess
weird.
locking it down to make sure it doesn't get stolen away.
So it's clearly a
is
team
more
decision the
important
way that
than
he's playing
turning
Rim.
the ghost. Actually, no, sorry, it did go to Ida. You can see it on the on his left hand side. So maybe a little bit of a UI bug on our side.
That makes so much more sense. That's what to ask. Like, what are we getting the gun ram? We'll talk about this. But yeah, so just
No, I don't want to talk about it.
No, okay, all right, fine. We'll talk about it. Then I don't know if then Arzo does have the survival one or not, but we'll get a check on that eventually, if necessary as well. Doorman action here. Ido is in some trouble yet again. This would be painful as we have a minute to go for that earn. They're going to try to survive, but, you know, in some sense, almost like they're backing up their death timer so that they might not be, you know, available for potential earn fight, which is always concerning. But again, it's so early on. I guess that's not yet a concern. But we have Fishcake and Saya also going down, and Abrahams are finding these picks again just before there's a potential big team fight.
I mean, what I'm concerned about
What
the
is
fact that
Ranger's
Fishcake,
hero
who
pool? Because I know Ivy was
seems
huge
to
for
be so
him.
explosive as a player, is on
And then he has
7,000
Ram.
souls. He's the
Like there has to be a
guy
better
on his
option,
team and
right?
on probably one of the the worst hero.
Just
but
supports, like,
the worst hero in this comp right now.
if you're just gonna like be a active item bot, like why aren't we playing Page?
Size at 7.7. I mean, Sonya's at 9.4. He's got Spirit Snatch. He's got Stalker.
He's just out of
Melee,
practice,
Shield,
really?
Resto Shot. It's
You just played last week.
all good, but they need
Oh
to
my
find-
god.
Okay, I didn't expect that to kill. But they need to find a way to get Fish Cake back
Yeah,
into this
like,
game somehow when it comes to economy and
Yeah,
now they're,
like his build and
legitimately
everything
down
has to
10K,
scream
and we're
like
getting into that first
team
round
decision.
pickup.
The team is like,
It's gonna
bro,
be
just
on
get
at
us
least
healing
Melee Creep's side of
booster,
the map.
healing
And
tempo,
Abraham's at the moment
and these
not contesting
activatables.
it too heavily
And
because
again,
he's
you can put a couple of
absolutely
points
gonna
into
be
Rim and make them
on
more
the side. I think that's
effective, but like I
Sonic
don't think it's worth
and
the
honestly,
focus they're
Abraham's
putting
gonna
in
be so
here.
happy if they can steal this away, but they're forcing Task back with the Hyper Beam for that zone control, but at least delaying
Before
time
last
here.
weekend, played comp for over like a year and a half. Why'd they pick him up then? Is he like a friend? I'm so curious what the dynamic is.
Melee creeps.
Did he impress in like
Sonya's sniper being
scrim?
pulled back into the action. Maybe isn't where we want to be, but they are going to try.
Like,
and
look
take
at where
someone
he's
down
at on the
with them.
minimap.
Could it be Rangers?
You know,
Very close to
it's
being.
almost like
It
they're
is.
telling him to
Sonya
get in
going
the
to
face of the
survive
opponent
without
and
all of
use
that
Rim's
game.
body as
Fish
scouting.
Cake falls too. This
He
is
was
what
their
I was
coach in
gonna
the
say
play
about
style.
earlier. Like, I think we need to talk about Sonya
Interesting.
being, you know, one of the best. And I was like, I
Like,
think we
like,
see one of these,
I'm trying to read what I see on the
where they just
minimap,
get out when they're
and what the
supposed to.
minimap reads
Well,
to me
that was it, and they picked up the range kill
is
for it
you're a
too.
walking ward.
Where
You
is
know?
the urn? It's still in the hands of Saya. That was
Sorry,
close.
do dodge like 2 or 3 Iridomines right there. That probably would have killed him.
Very
And Sonya will
curious.
be quickly heading over towards this area as well. Looking for the swap. He does not connect. Arzo does escape with some good movement as well, as we spoke about it before. That was about Sonya in that case. And by the way, that heal bane proc out of Sonya with that kill on a Ranger, single-handedly saving him in that fight. But Abrahams are not wanting to let this urn go on the right-hand side. Task might have to rotate over from the base. And together does steal away the urn, but cost him his shocking reanimation. But Saints, they're still fighting. John, he's just running to try to get this turn in, knowing that it's going to be extremely fast. But he's lost his teammates. The urn does get popped in. No, he gets actually made it away, and you can see.
Ooh,
that
nice
Abrahams
knockback.
contested. Now letting this one go for free. He gets carted off it as well. Ido goes with a huge death stun to pull him away from the urn, but it's just being swapped back and forth through ZG.
Yeah, unfortunately, Abrahams might just have too many people still involved in the fight. Or Melee creeps down 3, and Saya can't really continue to contribute. The Death Slam was fantastic, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Still a lot of Abrahams.
Oh, boy.
Down Saya and Ido, actually. They're all alive. They get
Oh,
the
boy.
urn. They increase their soul lead as well. They're near 20K.
Dude, it's so
and
nutty
Abrahams,
how
they're looking like game 2 is
flexible
going to
the
be
game
the
is right
cleanup.
now,
We wanna give
where
Melee
we compare
creeps
the
their
tournament we
potential
saw
because we did see some
literally
lights
last weekend.
last time, but even the Walker goes
and
down.
how
Abrahams
dominant Melee
once
Creeps
again
was,
firing
and now
on
we're
cylinders,
in this
getting
one,
the
and
game,
Abraham's just like
getting
just like
the picks
cleaning them up.
first, and then the team fights after. Very Abraham-sided.
Thing is, they have 4
And I
minutes
have to
time
wonder,
here for Abrahams
is the
to try
first
to
pick
take as
Celeste
much
to play?
across the map before they have to worry
You
about
know?
another urn yet again.
Also,
Being 20K
if
in the
Ranger
lead like
is
this
having this rough of a time on
massive.
Rim,
14.5 minutes
why
in,
aren't
your
we just
stats are so
getting
bloated.
Ivy earlier
It's so
before they're
hard for
banned out in
Melee
the second
Creeps to win
phase?
these fights as well, especially for Abrahams to invest
So many
into any
questions.
sort of shred here.
But Abrams right
And
now
they
is just
battle
like
for
cooking on the
for
front
Melee Creeps
line.
just to go toe-to-toe
They
with
can't be
you.
touched.
At least they do take down Sonya. So they get 1 kill. But still, Fish Cake
Melee
at 10,
Rim can
Ranger at
wait.
9.5,
Melee Creeps can
Size
only
at
win if
10.
they have
You have to worry about
exploits.
14K
That's fucked up. That's
Victor,
not true.
15K Greytown, and 18K Doorman with the biggest Walmart bag I've ever seen.
Yes, yeah. And chasing down Ido currently.
Paper or
Not sure if they're gonna
plastic,
be able
sir?
to succeed in getting the kill, but actually they will. Yeah, I don't think Ido has too many more places to run to. Also an owl that does not connect, but they were being chased down. I was also going to point out Dew. Actually, I think last game they were able to, I think, match the richest person, actually. So 18K in this regard. They're actually at 14. They've been, I think, killed more often in the earlier parts of the game. So I would actually start to argue this is a worse situation, right, than the first 15 last time, which, by the way, was around the time that Abrahams went for the rejuve. And I'm wondering if they're thinking about the same thing here.
I think right now, all Abraham's
Man, this series has been a little disappointing, honestly.
Spend their minimum of $1,500.
Can they turn it around?
That's all they.
How's scalability? Yamato kind of falls off. Rim definitely off. Paradox would be nutty if the opponent stands still. There is potential for like boss steal.
For them. Again, once again, big shout out to Intel and Walmart here for making this whole event happen.
I'm really curious.
Open. So proud to have them along as sponsors to be able to provide some like high quality content. More importantly, some extra money for the players, man. They've been grinding for years. And any opportunity we have to give them some extra money in their pockets to reward them for all the hard work they put in, we try to make it happen.
I mean, just to highlight kind of like how much they've been grinding Abrahams, right? Coming through the qualifier as Europeans, the hours were not kind. There's been a lot of Deadlock played at a supremely high level, and then it feels like the prize pool still needs to kind of match that, right? But we're getting closer and closer, and yeah, big thanks to Walmart for helping out. Giving us
Good old
the
esports
prize
Twitch chat.
pool.
Yeah.
We
Well,
did have the games
Melee
go down,
Creeps,
as
to
you
be
see,
fair,
so
does get a
Death
lot of
Timer, that's,
unfocused hate because they have some
typically
streamers like
very
Ido's pretty
picked up,
big.
and I also wanted to say, like, there is a
And they've also been around for
Celeste
so
Shining
long.
Wonder, and then the Rem almost got the
Also,
nap
they're
time,
kind of
and
like
then
one of the
Overman
major
Lord, just,
faces
like,
of North America. So on top of that, you have the NA versus the EU discussion.
Where these theoretically,
But yeah,
really
Twitch chat definitely
engagements, just
definitely
looked
unloads for
because
sure.
of Tass, who is
And it
on
doesn't help that
fire, and
Ranger's
the
feeding out of
richest
his
person on their
mind.
team.
Yeah, that's real scary if I'm honest as well. Getting his abilities leveled up quicker on top of this. Remember the
From what
threshold
I've seen,
to push
Ido's
back
pretty
from
chill though.
49K
I've watched
to
his stream for a little bit, and I
40K.
was like, I don't understand why he gets so much hate
That's
in
on the
chat.
right-hand side of Sai gets caught a little bit too aggressive.
Seems like a guy. He kind of reminds me of old TSM.
Mid lane Walker has been like sneezed on by melee creeps so far, missing very little HP.
Boy, there's a bunch of
You
friends
have to imagine
trying to
sometimes
game
some
and be in a
witness
tournament
coming
together
up
and
here for
make a
Abraham. They're
lifestyle
looking
out
for
of it and get a
another
big
dunk,
brand,
maybe
you
some
know?
Pressure once again across the map, maybe even potential of picking up the urn into a mid boss here because they have 3 kills now, 4. Fishcake falls and it's all under Ranger and Do, and realistically, what are you going to do against mid boss with those two?
Yeah, if they're not going to have their ults either. Maybe they will, as yeah, this seems like a pretty big green light. I mean, maybe they could have done it too earlier, because they did, I believe, do it last time when there wasn't necessarily like a huge deficit of players on the field. But it didn't. It wasn't like the most amazing rejuve, perhaps. Like clearly, this is just
Lash
them
on the way with an ult.
momentum. They knew they were still finding picks. Now they found 4 of them, so they're gonna try and take the.
Think melee creeps are gonna
mid
go
boss
for
down
it?
fast enough. That's much of melee creeps will not be here, but they're trying to come in. Maybe something can happen with the swap from Saya.
Oh!
Able to.
Wait a minute!
Yeah, no, they did.
They got
actually.
one.
They managed to capture 1 rejuve. That's 2 for Abrahams, but now it's down to the fights and a 20k plus soul difference as melee creeps.
Dude, I
does
love the
use
third
up
camera
the
shots
rejuve
on
they stole,
bosses.
And maybe you're just gonna try and.
I love
survive
when
them
production
away.
does that.
Oh, the gut shot into the heavy melee, into the wall. Ido trying to survive, and I don't think he
I
really
mean,
has
not
much of
bad
a
for
chance
melee
to do
creeps.
so,
They
no
got
matter
1
how good he
rejuvenator
is at
and kill
movement.
2.
This shakes
If they can
HK
get
able to
out
take
with
down
unscathed,
Tass, and
not
that's no
bad.
reaches left for Abraham. So
Comeback
that's
run available for them,
Melee
too.
Creeps. They take down another. It's going to be so far a big advantage here for melee creeps, and this would be a perfect opportunity for them to turn this one around. But they're going to lose out on Saya. You can see Arzo. He has no rejuve to fall back
melee
on. He
creeps
falls as
actually
well.
kinda
What is
cooking
happening?
now.
Melee creeps have completely bounced back into this game.
They absolutely have. Yeah, this is. They're not retreating. They're taking fights. They're engaging, and they have been getting kills. Again, they took down 2 rejuves on top of what you currently see on these death timers. Melee creeps are not winning hardcore. It's not coming out of a 6, v0 here where they can push all over
Turn in?
walkers. But
Wait a
even while that
second.
was happening, Do was able to go over and mine the urn and actually pick it up. That's going to be extremely helpful for recovering what is still a 20k soul deficit. Make that 17 now.
Okay.
Abrahams, they thought that was gonna. I definitely thought that was gonna go better. They thought that was gonna go better. They were.
It seemed like Abraham split off a little much,
right before that mid-boss
trying to
stage.
go for the chase
The
there.
melee creeps once again making us pause and say, wait, even though these souls are not looking great, they clearly can take some fights.
Man, I need to go back once chat catches up to this and they're all like, oh, I never doubted you melee creeps, and just like show them their chat logs of all these people saying, oh, melee creeps are washed, they're out. They are not done whatsoever. Al comes on through, catches Ido though.
Why would you say that as a caster?
To get back alive here.
What's up, Timbo? How are you, bruh? How are the games? Melee Creep's been having a rough time. Ranger throwing up his mind. I'm hating on his rim. Other than that, we vibing. The hooks, though. The hooks do help.
And it's still melee creeps with a man advantage.
It absolutely is. Oof, this could be sort of the comeback, doing a little bit of trouble. Does manage to escape together, goes down.
Abraham's
as well.
getting kind of cooked here.
I mean,
oh my God, the parry!
Walker on the left side. So this is part of the reason why the fight maybe is going this way, is that they are missing Arzo, who
what
grabs the Walker
is
on
up
the
with
left
these
side.
Viper
Really,
pregnancy
a big
emotes?
push
Are you kidding
down
me?
middle to melee creeps Walker.
Who did that?
Did not work out the way Abrahams was thinking, and now it just
What was that?
reverses. Rubber band back on the other side. Now melee creeps.
Not melee wrinkles bad. I see the
Abrahams
bias.
Walker, the first
Trash.
Walker kill in the series. Just to highlight that, but it looks like
Absolutely.
it will be going down and melee creeps. They're still so far behind in the souls, but you can see how they could manage to recover a game like this.
Okay,
John
well,
falls, and he was definitely instrumental to a lot of these
Abrahams do lose a walker, but they did have one to lose. And they get a pick towards the end there.
And that lead that was over
Open up the map a
20K.
little bit.
around the time of that mid boss is now down to just 14.
Urn's not for the 2 minutes, so they can't really do too much except just take the map.
It's not bad to trade.
Are they gonna move middle and get the walker? If they get the walker here, it's pretty huge. Doorman door down. Escape route set up.
And Abraham's gonna be doing just that with John dead. I think Melee Creeps have to be so careful. You cannot afford to lose on anyone, and ours gets swapped right back in, but Taz gets gut shotted into the wall. So it's not Taz, it's Sai getting gut shotted.
Oh my god, so that's gonna be huge in here.
They haven't converted it into a kill, and now Fishcake, not necessarily overextended, but they're still going to be down a player. They're looking still very confident to force this fight, and Arzo's fallen. He gets caught on the right-hand side of the map, at the wrong side of the map.
Bro, what is happening in this fight? I'm not gonna lie, I thought Melee Creeps was dead.
Another hold on that middle walker. Their last one, by the way. They're safe bastion here outside of their actual base.
Abraham's kind of throwing. Yeah, I agree.
Last 2 fights, so it's getting very, very low.
I'm confused why we fought in a choke and had 4 players there against a Celeste and a Paradox.
2 minutes of this game has been a reminder that it's not so easy to take Melee Creeps.
I think they were trying to fight there to avoid Lash and Bebop.
To just 10.
I guess it's a pretty good point there, is that Melee Creeps have a little bit of lair, because they have pick potential between Lash and Bebop, but they also have like AoE slot available to them as well between Celeste and Paradox.
Melee Creeps, like
so the fights can be taken in different areas.
They're not straight up winning the fight, like yeah, it's 6v6, it's 6v0, but they are recovering. This is the type of comeback.
I love AoE slop. I fucking hate that phrase so much, dude. It's been used so much. It's everywhere.
This is giving him,
if you want to know the mic tempo, let me know. I'll call you. I'll bring you in a call. We can get sworn in here. People can talk their shit. I'm here for another hour, bro. You don't have to sit and chat and type. Up to you, bruh.
There's no walker left in middle to take for Melee Creeps as they do back away, realizing there's not enough minions on the side of the map to go for a push anywhere else. And
10k down.
Earn 40 seconds left to go, and you can still see.
Earning 40. Sure, get down. All right, get over here.
For like the very
you want to use a DSE chat room or give me a call?
Had the soul lead by quite a while, and it slowly has been diminished over the last.
Which one works for you?
But it's still not enough yet for Melee Creeps to get.
So if you're still hanging around, you can join, bruh.
Under 10k. But it's still not over.
I don't care. All right, I'm hopping into.
Right now could actually be the determining factor of how this match plays out.
I'm hopping into DSE.
I think we are on that knife's edge at this point in time, where last game it was really quite far ahead for Abraham. So there might have been some risk taking, you know, like go and look for some picks aggressively. Let's like really push this objective.
High tempo.
Now I feel like you're at that point where you very much are aware.
You're muted.
Things have recovered.
You have no
yeah,
there it is.
Give me a sec.
You just wake up, bro. You sound groggly.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm technically not home.
Oh.
But it should be okay.
You enjoying this EU throw?
Huh?
You enjoying this EU throw right now from Abraham's?
Nah, not really. Can't lie.
Same.
Whereas together also is forced to use their ultimate. This is not quite.
Can you put on a screen share for me, just so I don't have to like watch the YouTube or some bullshit?
I guess. I got you 1 sec. I'll full screen, man. Don't watch Twitch chat. There you go.
Got it.
Got you.
I go. Alright.
I thought I was.
Stream's been a little
I kind of like the cons here, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's definitely an adjustment from last round. Ranger's been like ending out of his mind, but now he's slowly stopped. It's almost like they use Rim as a ward, where he just like goes and constantly pulls people off. And I can't tell if it's by design, but like they like just star Rim like crazy and let everyone else get the farm. And I can't tell if it's a legit strategy or what, but they've done it now twice, where he's just like, up until about 20 minutes, he's just running it down the opposing side.
There is a world Abrahams could go for mid boss here, or maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense to do that, because like, as long as you have some sort of like escape, you can kind of just do that on Ram. You also use the tunnels pretty well. Just like, scout out information.
Good. Really big fights. Paradox will swap through the wall.
Okay, there's a pick.
Side down. Okay.
Warp's on charge here.
Who picks up the urn? His poor Ranger is being chased down. It's not particularly fair fight.
I kind of like this like triple frontliner setup that Abrahams have going. Seems like they did it last round as well.
It's one of those comps that's really strong if you're ahead, rough if you're behind, so you have to have a good early game. But maybe they're doing it because they know that they keep doing the rim scouting strat, because they've done it now 3 times that I've seen at least. So you know you're going to get ahead if rim is playing like that. I'm so curious.
Yeah.
This is where like, I wish I was at a land.
It's also just like really strong at like for Urn, right? Because main strat on the Urn is just to like be on it, like stay on top of it and just survive. So if you have like triple frontliner, you do that.
They can try to capitalize on that. But the problem is, there's still a lot of other threats out here. I mean, he's at 30k, but Tass is at
Viper
29,
pregnancy
Neptune's at
enjoyer!
29. There's still a lot more threats than that one person because Abraham's has
That's
been
so fucking crazy. Who's doing? Is that production or is that? That's what I'm paying for that. Who is that?
Picking up kills is almost just feels like to distract.
Melee Rim would have won that 1-1. It would have. I agree with you, BG Papa. That's why you should be analysis too.
You know, a lot of
you know ball.
Sure.
Oh, that swap out of the door. Oh!
Right back out into a ground star death slam as well, and they get the kill into Tass. Mid boss is still up. Keep in mind, melee creeps have all 6 alive, and maybe, just maybe, it's go time for them.
Paradox is actually such a good door controller.
Man, Saya finally gets to nope the door, man.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to be able to escape.
Like the walls are like, just so hard to like push through.
All of the kit, like even her time bomb, like makes it hard to run through. You're gonna get chunked down.
Yeah.
Right? Like it felt like yeah, okay, Abrahams did win the
So they got on mid boss if you just like take one of the stairwells and just wall it off.
Oh yeah.
So then if people run through, they just silence for like 4 seconds.
Now I want to run a Paradox and McGinnis combination, this wall both sides, and see what they do.
Take a fantastic fight, finally give themselves a super powerful position, and they can push down maybe another walker.
I bet you're fucking dead, brother.
Unfortunately does not have a death slam, so that won't be a part of any upcoming fights, but we do have
oh, the Abrams charge!
No, that is a huge Abrams charge.
Holy.
As maybe Baird were able to escape from it. That Abrahams are looking for this fight, ready to take it. And it's John who is going to fall first. That's not a great sign for melee creeps to continue this fight. They are going to go to the paradoxical swap, still trying to get the pick off. Not going to happen. Together, able to escape.
This is a bout. My gosh, but Dorman's on the way in 5. They got to finish it.
That is a rough one.
The backhand side, and now time coming on through. Gets counterspelled out though by Empty Dreams. He's not gonna be locked down just yet, though. Sate does get sent back to respawn, and Deuce continues to charge on.
Here he comes.
Take space with his 38,000.
Gonna change this whole tempo of this fight.
And this fight, even though it ends up being a 2-1 in favor of Abrahams, is not clean for either team.
Yeah, they backed up smart.
He has to sacrifice himself. That shoulder charge on 3 people keeping together alive was phenomenal.
This is. I think we should also highlight, yeah, as you pointed out, Do is the richest.
I think you can stop your stream away. It's actually not that bad if I just go on YouTube.
Yeah, you be alright?
That's alright.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be alright.
Alright. Now maybe the more focus can be on.
Get save some bitrate.
Team effort from melee creeps to recover.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. But then now you also do account for Do being as rich as perhaps they were, kind of equivalently as last game to Abrahams, and you gotta wonder, could they actually start to pop off like they did last time?
Yeah,
more so.
Do's at full build.
Performing well despite
Leech,
again, an almost
exposure, spellslinger, cooking.
Yeah.
That is truly what's incredible. Like this is a very
Paradox forcing a fight middle right now.
Very messy fights on both sides, as you said.
49k damage done by Deuce so far.
They have Lash ult. He's got him sitting in back. This might be really good for them.
Yeah.
Thrown in. Looks like it's on to John. Seems like Abraham's ready to capitalize off this though. Again, respect the death slam, which is coming on through out of Idaho.
They're kind of just playing time right now.
Looks like he got a connection, unfortunately, onto nothing. Maybe a counterspell coming on through to bait that one out.
Waves are slowly trickling for Abrahams.
It actually gets a connect onto Do. This would be the worst.
And no ults though now on the melee creeps. That's gonna be rough.
Looking for him as well.
If Abraham's just kind of just full dive them, it's gonna be rough.
There it is.
Especially if they can kill Do.
1-2.
And Abraham's, they finally broken the defense and immediately creeps finally stopped the rot. It looks like potentially, unless Sonya's gonna fall as well, you have Rejuve up, you have Urn up, you have buffs up. There is so much to lose here for both these teams.
Yeah,
that's the problem with this melee creeps lineup, right? These characters is that like they don't really have anything to just like extend a fight. They need to kill someone immediately with their ults.
Sure.
If they don't, then Abrahams will just like slowly win a fight.
Which does make a lot more sense, but they took the time to do so. Now they got the buff coming into this fight. Kun's gonna have to obviously wait. Got it out trying to get some kills with damage as well. And Abrahams,
yeah, plus 70 right now.
Less messy. The last like 5 fights have always had something go a little.
Kind of like this new idea for like a build where you're going like Battle Vest and Sharpshooter and stuff. Been playing against it a decent amount. It's like so hard to play against.
I gotta try it because like I play.
Have you seen like
and stop this from
I've
happening.
even seen like
Actually,
Vindictus
on
go
top
like
of Mirage,
sharpshooter
perhaps
rush.
determine who
Oh,
is
yeah?
going to be able to
It's kind of
grab it,
crazy.
as Sai, unfortunately,
Yeah, and it's
is
just
found
frying
out
people.
and killed, as well as Ranger. It's looking less and less likely Melee Creeps can do something about this.
Yeah, this is the go time for them, considering Fishcake wasn't alive, no
Flash
sheriff
is ult.
information. He's going to be coming on in from the side of the base. Ido's just trying to
It'd be
stall
decent.
for time.
They actually have a lot of ults for this contest.
Yeah, I used it earlier to try and bait him into a fight.
Got 3 with it.
Or will they even,
4.
will it even matter? Will Abraham just take the fight
no,
and
no.
take
Yeah.
the base of Melee
Too many
Creeps?
traps down,
All
Curse
three
Life.
reachers, Fishcake gets there too late. It does
Yeah,
not matter for him
I've been telling my team as well to
whatsoever.
start like experimenting more with GT because these traps are just so hard to play against.
She's so good. Are he so good? Great Talon?
Great Talon's like crazy good right now.
Yeah, he's
I think
crazy.
he got a lot better with these earth changes because of the the traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not going to turn out in the surprising fashion the last mid-boss did, where I thought they were going to run, and they
People
kind
bet,
of
is he
turned it
dead?
around. Nah.
Looks like he should be
They're
dead.
just forced to
Yeah, he's
run.
got 3
Ido and
surrounding him.
Jonathan will survive. The rest still waiting on death timers.
And they get the comeback urn too.
One of the lanes here for Abraham. So they're gonna pick up the urn. I actually just found the rest of Melee Creeps, so everyone off the board at this point. Of course, Midwalker is going to go down. Yeah, that's that type of clean battle for Abrahams have been interrupted for
Bro, have you
minutes
seen
by
this
Melee Creeps, but they finally find it as a
Walker
clean fight.
double stomp that keeps
Super
happening?
Extend their lead. Another flex slot for them. Where
No.
Melee Creeps is
I feel like
once
I've been
again
running
coming
into
I haven't
it
watched
more.
games really.
Not, it hasn't happened in games. It's my own
Yeah?
games. I feel like Walker's stomping way more consistently now.
With 40k plus in the lead, I would find it
Hard to bait it
to
out.
Yeah, I
think
mean, that's just a
anything
good
else, but
thing,
I will
though.
give respect to Melee Creeps. They
Fair.
kept it very close.
I
for
wanna
such a
punch
long
it, bro.
time, able to
All my
pull
damage
back
is in
from 1K
melee.
deficits. I do have to ask for lovely production.
Yeah, if you're playing melee rem, maybe.
Fucking people up.
3 minutes into this game, and we have to have some crazy.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I also noticed it. I've been playing a lot of frontliners recently.
Yeah, frontline is so good. Like, if I feel like people are not allowed to complain about these urn changes if they're not playing frontliners. Like, frontliners, they needed more control in this game, and I think their urns are actually pretty good for that.
34k souls, which is
Yeah, there's a lot of frontliners right now that are like giga broken. I think like one of the best characters in this patch total is just like Silver. Silver is so stupid right now
True.
Just how much
because of the like there's been like a big discovery in the changes like in like itemization. If you've seen any Silver builds recently. They're doing like max 2 now with like a bunch of shred items. So just like basically minus 50% shred you instantly.
It makes sense. It's like, yeah, Silver I'm always
Which
like
is really
playing
good
this, I'm
at-
like, dude, that hurts so much.
500 HP in this one.
Yeah, and it's extra good against the new urn mechanics, right? The comeback mechanic where you get free resists.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people have been buying a lot of resists recently, like a lot of shred.
Say is taking some damage, but I feel like the confidence is there to continue on with this fight. So there's still one rejuve for Abrahams as well as they deconstruct Melee Creeps. I mean, pace.
Okay,
It's looking like a
I suppose
2-0.
the shrines can wait as they continue to look for just more and more.
It's looking like EU diff. I thought melee creeps were the best on NA. What happened?
From
Unlucky.
Abrahams,
Patch
I mean,
change, you know?
and to give Melee
Patch
Creeps their
winners.
due, they
And
patch
repeat
change.
a lot
That's
of
deadlock,
things,
dude.
even consistently down
What
in
patch?
souls.
I don't
They
know,
were
man.
they were the
But
best this
Abrahams
week.
is
I'm just saying what
going to
Twitch
be
chat
able to wrap
says.
This one up eventually. Certainly the shrines will go down. The patron
Nah,
as
you're
well
good, you're
as
good.
the work
Ping
that
diff,
I
ping
said
diff,
at
ping
the
diff.
Death Land, the Corey able to swap, the Sai goes down too, and now
What,
you,
ping diff?
okay,
Because
well,
they have
if
100
they're
better
down in
ping.
Melee Creeps,
They're from the West
obviously
Coast,
the pace is
dude.
gonna go down too.
You need 5 ping to win.
And this is gonna be Abraham's advantage.
Yeah, and Abrahams are from Russia.
Ah, I don't care.
Guaranteeing themselves a minimum of
They're used to it.
$1,500, potential to win 6K with the courtesy of Intel and Walmart. And his patron is to be no more Abraham. They look solid as hell in this series. Once
My
again,
God.
proven EU. Well, hold on, maybe I'm jumping the gun here because they did leave with the
Are
door.
they staying? Yeah, they can just stay.
Yeah. They had to wait out the last ult. Once it went down, it was chilling.
Yeah, that's-
Punch on the range of the last 2 left, and now I
there's
can
no
finally
way.
say it. Maybe EU is just that much better than NA. Who knows?
I
And they look kind of decent for melee creeps towards the middle there, but they just kind of didn't get any picks with their crucial ults. And they just kind of got ran down.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I want to see how many times Rem died. It's gotta be
I can only
around
agree.
10.
I can only agree, Jason. No,
Nah, Rem's gonna die a lot.
This was a fantastic showing from Abrahams. There was moments here, ZG though, where we did see Melee.
It's not melee Rem, you know. You gotta get the punching in.
Yeah, man. There was one I was running. Like memes aside, I just don't know why they make him like an active bot on this team.
I do feel
Feel like play
even
something
though both
else.
games
It's just
had
like all
moments for
activatables, like
Melee
disarming
Creeps,
hex,
it
things
felt
like
you know,
that.
They were all I guess literally without
Nah.
highlights for
Rem
them.
is like
It just felt kind of
except
like
about the
there's more of,
character.
like, okay,
I don't
the
know.
characters
I feel like
Because,
that's sleeping on his
because
potential,
nah,
bro.
his
I
two-
feel like we got a couple of more highlights and I'm getting some
Bro,
really,
that is
really
his
cool
potential.
slots.
Like
Even
his
I really
two,
feel like
with
a
just
couple
2
more
points in
times
it,
where,
right?
like, a death
Yeah.
slam
You just get
is
like
available, he is
35% free
alive, he is
duration
in
and
position,
range
this
on
could
like
be
all the
big.
items.
And then, you know,
Which
do
is,
Well,
like,
it's not winning,
crazy
Tempo.
this
So
time
what's the
around because
problem?
They were suppressed earlier on.
The fact
and
that the
maybe,
problem is
you know,
that
that's
Rem
part
is
of the
just a
reason
shit
why things
character.
started
Be nice to my little guy,
getting a
dude.
little
Like
screwy
actually,
inside
I think
Abraham's
Rem
to
actually
have
like
basically
Rem got
recovered from
so
that
hyped
kind of
start of patch, right?
subpar,
Because of all these
suboptimal
changes, it looked
early
like he was
game
gonna be the strongest character in the game,
38K
right?
and actually doing quite a lot of
But people
damage.
have like
But
slowly
again,
realized that
Abraham's
wait, this Rem
recollect
character
the-
doesn't really do anything.
think
It's only good if you're already winning. It's like a snowball character.
That
So,
must
like,
explain why, like, every
if
time
you're not
I...
snowballing like crazy hard, you just lose.
I get you.
With these doors being an absolute problem, but Jason,
That's the problem with supports right now in general.
I mean, what does it
Yeah,
look
I
Like
can
notice
see
that
Do you think
Abrahams
that
don't
the
have a
draft's the
support.
problem? Do you think that having the Rem, I still don't think I think he got a bit bullied in this game once again here for melee creeps and didn't have as much impact as they would have liked him have.
What do you think about them first picking
Yeah,
Celeste?
I mean, maybe it is a little bit of like hero pool limitations. The thing is, again, Rem can be strong, but he's starting.
I
to
think
fall
for melee
into
creeps
the,
is good
oh,
because
we're
Dew
seeing
is
from another
really
angle.
good at Celeste.
Yeah, is he good enough though to like give
I
up the
think for
draft
any other
it?
team it would be troll.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's really bad for like general teams. Like our team that I play with, we have like a really good Celeste player as well. We've been trying to prior it a little bit, and it just feels bad to do it.
Yeah, I just think you give up
Compared
too
to other
much.
stuff, because you give up so much. Yeah.
Like that, you cannot deny. He had like 50K.
I'm so surprised at how like
least 50K
dead
more
Mina
than
is
anyone else in the game.
with these changes. Oh, what the hell?
Oh, there's the Rem.
Oh, I see. Oh, he got pulled you out. I see.
Whoops.
That's funny.
Had impact that John typically
That is very
would have in
funny.
these games. And I do wonder.
Did you see
is
the
it
bug where
maybe
if Rim's going through a Paradox wall and Paradox dashes right before Rim hits, Rim goes into an infinite state where he just spins around her in a circle?
But I don't know. It's kind of
No.
hard to
Yeah,
see
he
that.
gets
That's
stuck.
funny,
He's just
though.
like spinning around it.
like forever on the Yamato, so didn't really have as much impact as they would hope.
This guy's playing DJ Rim.
Yeah,
And
it's
on the
fucking
other side, there
crazy.
were some great individual performances, right? We were highlighting Dorman on the task, but Empty Dreams as well had some really lights out stuff too. As much as that swap was
All right, show me the
awesome, trying to
stats.
get Melikins
Show 'em.
back in, but felt like it wasn't enough. But again, Empty Dreams.
You're scared to
on
show
a
the
great
stats.
talent,
I need to
just
see the stats,
constantly
bro.
Being able to put on big pressure, do big damage, blow up Yamato. Never mind Rem here, ZG.
Yeah, there were a couple, I guess, where we were like, I don't know if it's gonna kill the.
How's the bracket looking right now, actually?
person
But I
looking
haven't
at
seen
with
it.
that owl, but it did. I
haven't seen it. I'll take it in a while, but I think EU in general is pulling off a lot of Ws.
They're gonna be MVP this time, right? But they were just a very
11
good trade
deaths!
balance
That makes
behind the
sense.
Oh my
line.
god, Fish ate died
Constantly
15
doing
times?
damage
Jesus
and,
fucking Christ, bro.
Yeah, melee. Jesus. Okay.
Jesus
all right,
Christ, bro.
70,000 damage from Dew this time. Just up in the numbers.
That's rough.
So
That's rough.
incredible, but it
That's
is
real
almost
rough.
matched
That's
by
kinda nutty.
155.
Oh, holy damage though on Abraham's.
I feel like if
Minas
I-
are doing least damage is kind of crazy.
Fantastic stuff. Sanyu Sniper as well with the 16, tying it up against Empty Dreams for this one. Jason, anything else stand out to you?
That's like really crazy.
I think something that's not really as heavily noticed in these games, which I think you have to give credit to, like TAS has also put up some crazy numbers in terms of damage from game 1 and game 2. And I'm just quickly go back and see what he did in game 1.
And we'll
He
see the highest
had
damage is almost average lowest.
33K
I mean,
damage
it's
and
kind of
highest
like a story
50K
of
his
the
team, but
multiple
he had
front
more
lines,
damage than
right?
Everyone on melee creeps except Dew in that first game. Like he's put
Yeah.
up some consistent
Where
damage.
like your
I think
CC
his
is what gives you
cards
kills,
well,
so you
and I
don't
think he
need
synergizes
inflated
really well
damage.
between, like, him and Sing
Like,
in particular. I think
Dew having a
Empty
ton of
Dreams
damage
is
because
able
of
to
balls
open up
bouncing
some
around,
opens
you're getting a
up
lot of
Baroness
AoE,
Hotel,
it's like
of
crashing
course,
into
and it
people,
was
but they have
done
high health
quite a few
pulls.
times. The second Fish K gets out of Baroness Hotel and Owl
That's why it's kind of hard just
and he was
to.
so
Yeah, I mean,
charged
I
and
mean-
wanted to breach you. Like, they gave
Celeste is
no
pretty
quarters
decent
at all to melee
into
creeps
like
whenever they
some
would
of
go
this,
for
but
Yeah.
like
specific
Celeste
Fish
really
K
wants to
passes,
just
there's a lot
like
of credit
hard
of
burst you
OB,
really
things like
early.
that, up by getting those
Like
gaps.
really extended fights
Alright,
is
so
not
that's how
that
the
good for
numbers do
Celeste.
break down
Sure.
here between these two teams. That's
Arzo
as
compared to
well
some
on
of
the
the
other
compared to
side
just like
here
your
with
average
plenty
tank.
of farm, plenty of room for him to get this going. But
And
there were
like
some great
there's a lot
escapes
of
by
counters
Dew
as
right
well
here
too,
from
Celeste here. I
Iri
mean,
Dominic,
I think
as
GT
he
and
was
like
trying to pursue
Doorman
him
are quite
down.
hard
But that's-
counters
That's kind of
to
Celeste
Celeste.
in a nutshell.
Yeah, I can
ZG.
agree with that.
Pretty maneuverable.
Yes, they are. Yes, and that's all well and good to be
Yeah,
able
that's
to
rough.
escape and potentially come back as well into fights, which happened once or twice. They were able to just, barely have enough health to say, yeah, I can still help. But I felt
Time
like
for the
what
chant.
was actually
110.
going, kind
Might
of
be
well
time
in the
for me to
beginning of
call
the
it,
game
boys.
Was that Dew was getting more of the.
I think another best 3 is coming. I won't be able to watch it all. Victor had more healing than that Rim. I mean, that's Victor though. Rim
And then
Rim
that
isn't
big
like
fall
a
off,
healer
again,
healer.
like,
He's
I
more
feel
of a
like it
like,
didn't really exist
hey,
that
I'm gonna
much,
fight. I'm gonna
in
top
the
you all
first
up
game,
really
despite them obviously
quickly
doing massive play
and
damage.
get
I'm
back
not
to whatever
saying
he was
people perform
doing.
well. It's
Like
just that
you're
we
gonna
didn't
get
get
most
to
of your
see
healing is
quite
probably
as
gonna be in the
much
healing
bullying. There was, like,
tempo
one
and
moment, I don't remember around the
your
time,
healing
was it
booster
minute 10,
more than his
where
actual
there was, like,
kit.
this bully Celeste
Kind of
that
weak in
seems
that
to be
regard.
emerging, where I was like, they're gonna go
It's more of
chase
just like,
after
hey,
her.
I'm
Nah,
brawling.
nah, his
Here's
2 is
And it
crazy.
didn't continue.
and there's
It
HP. What's
didn't
that?
His 2 is
continue.
crazy now.
So Abraham, again,
You
I
think it's
His
that
like
crazy where he
tag
should
along
be
is crazy
outdoing
now.
a Victor though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be like of those 35,000, I think 25,000 is from his tag along. It's so stupid now. But the thing is, he doesn't really do much else than that.
Not really being able to get a highlight, even though there was some.
Fucking I don't know.
Certainly
Apparently I'm wrong, Crypto. Maybe you're right. Maybe.
But the Amado is
all right, Timbo. I'm gonna call it a day, my dude. GG's, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no worries, nice.
I hope you get some rest.
Of
and
course,
good luck to your EU fans and your EU players.
Is rough
Yeah,
there.
EU.
Bye, Demo.
Will be guaranteeing themselves
All right, chat. I'm gonna call it a day
1,500
then.
of those hard-earned
Roll out early. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you all for hanging out. Thanks for relaxing. Watch the tournament if you guys would like. It's over on Night Shift. Great peoples hanging out over there, as you saw. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Sound good? Sound great? Goodbye. Deuces. Always short stream. I know. This streamer never streams. Pepe.